good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is December 17th, 2023, and this is Talking Shop on Sunday morning with the NDB Media Gang. Of course, you know who I am, and unfortunately, I did not put my creamer in my sugar this morning, in my coffee. All of that stuff. Didn't put it in there. I'm just waking up, and life is good in the hood, so they say. Well, once again, good morning and thank you for joining us. This is our variety program that we have on in the morning. Thank you for joining. Of course, you know who I am, Roger Noriega. If you didn't, well, now you know. And thank you for joining. And I think I've said that about 3 times now. So I guess we're just going to get to all the stuff that's happening right now. Yeah, I'm up in my Alaska mode. This is the jacket I took up to Alaska with me. It was absolutely awesome. It was great. This was where did I pick this one up at? I think I picked it up at Target. This was the famous jacket that I was out with someone and I mentioned that I was looking for a jacket and I saw this one. I went to it and I said, "Oh, look, it's got all the zippers and stuff." And oh boy, she started to play with the jacket and do all these things. I'm like, "Well, can I at least put the jacket on first?" Oh, never had that opportunity, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, good morning. It is 54 degrees out here in hell, and it's going to get to a high of 77. It was a tad warm yesterday. Had to put the AC on in the vehicle because it was a bit warm. I think it was in the low 70s, maybe in the uh, no high 70s, low 80s. And it's probably going to be the same thing today. It's going to get to a high of 77, overnight low of 58. So it's actually going to be warmer about the same time tomorrow morning. It's crazy. Humidity is 30% right now. And I guess, yeah, okay, this time I'm getting it. Yesterday I wasn't. It's 30% humidity as well, but that feeling wasn't there. Pressure is dropping at 30.02 inches. Visibility is at 10 miles, even though sunrise in this part of the world is not for another 47 minutes at 6:50 a.m. The wind today is heading to in the southerly, slight easterly fashion at 2 miles per hour. Dew point is at 23 degrees. And the UV index, of course, is 0 of 11. And the moon phase is a waxing crescent. Wow. Well, that's what I got for today. That's pretty much it. But it's all good. Hopefully, when you guys see this after, uh, you get a kick out of what we're doing here in the morning, but it's kind of cool. We're just having a chat, and we'll see when everyone makes their fateful entrance as they do. Oops. I just got a message from someone. I apologize. Mm. Yeah, I was out and about yesterday, so I'm going to have to apologize to the individual when we go live. I think they wanted to have a conversation, and I was unable to do so. I'm going to have to reach for my liquid, or let's see. Will I be able to reach the creamer from here? Oh, hurts the neck, but ugh, there it is. Got the creamer, but I don't have the mix-a-lot thing, so I'm going to have to reach a little bit more. So forgive me a moment. I'm going to have to remove that, but I can still talk. Joy, right? And there it is. Woohoo! I have the means to make my sweet liquid crack right now. Ah, hey, it says it's 55 degrees now, so it's a bit warmer. Isn't that cool? I think it is. But there's another one that says it's 51 degrees. So I don't get it. So forgive me for being a coffeeologist. I am really. I mix flavors. My preferred coffee for regular stuff is Javalia coffee, and I am a connoisseur of Javalia. I've had it forever, and it is the official coffee of NTV Media, just so you know. And I have quite a few flavors of it. I don't have any at the moment. Sadly, it looks like I've run out. But I do uh I do have a need for some of them. I'm gonna have to purchase some. So otherwise, if I want coffee, which is instant coffee, every once in a while I will still go to the stove, heat up the water, do that stuff, and I'll make coffee the old-fashioned way. But I don't do that all that often. I nuke it, as my sister Alma says. And good morning, Susie. Thank you for joining. Susie, do you drink coffee or tea out there in the desert in Las Vegas? I think I've had coffee, and I usually only have it in the morning just because it's out in the desert. So I don't know. Oh man, that liquid crack. Oh, kind of gets me going. Yes, I'm in my garage this morning, so it's cold. That's why I have everything on right now. I have the heater. I have another heater, as you know the story. That heirloom that we purchased at Target back in the 1990s finally died over the last few months, and I've just not wanted to throw it out, but I'm going to throw it out. But I have to take it to one of those centers. That's why it's sitting here still. I have to take it to recycle because it's electrical in nature and has a cord and stuff like that. And we want to be good for Mother Earth, even though I don't know what they're going to do with it. But nevertheless, peace and long life. Forgive me. Oh, that liquid goodness. Oh, that liquid crack is just absolutely beautiful. Woohoo! I like it. I like it, like it, like it. So, what's going on in the world this early in the morning? I haven't done a program like this in a while. I regret that we were unable to do the Sunday program. So, we shall see. Hopefully, they will join us in a little bit. My co hosts of this wonderful program. I know it's taking a little while for them to get over here. So, and if they are unable to show, then they're unable to show. But I guess I'm taking on the persona as the morning dude this morning. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. But in the world today, Pope Francis is 87th birthday, closes a big year of efforts to reform church and cement his legacy. Yeah, I saw a video the other day where a cardinal is getting some serious jail time for embezzlement. It's good. It's criminal. You have to pay. I remember sadly my grandmother who passed some time ago now, this month, a long time ago, when the thing was going on with the dirty priests, shall we say. She was a defender of the priests, saying that they are men of God, men of the cloth. And yeah, they are. But they also did some things, at least those that were accused and were found to have done something. And even then, back in my teens and early 20s, no, they did some nasty, horrible things. They have to pay. I have friends and classmates, seminary brothers that um, endured uh, those trials. And not that they did stuff, but they had done stuff to them, and it was really sad. And I have no idea what they've gone through, what they're going through still, but that those people that harmed them needed to make good with the Almighty and with society. So just what it is. But good job, sir, that the papal office is doing what they need to do. Business Insider has an article saying the Ukrainian troops are fighting in the Dnipro River. Say official claim of success are misleading. There are no positions. It's a suicide mission. Yeah. I've been able to get back in that political mode, and I suppose because the Super Bowl is coming for me, it's a big deal. I am always looking at the stuff that's going on in the world, and I try to determine the slant, the political slant, I suppose. And it's amazing to me how plain it is right now. There's there's a term I've used. It's called yellow journalism. It's where you embellish the story, and if not embellish, you flat out lie. Now, there's another, and this is from political science, where you have a slanted story, where you use words that encourage the reader to see it from your point of view. And it's one thing to show what your slant is, but the original, as I learned, the original way of writing or the proper way of doing journalism is to tell the story based on the facts. And even though you may want to lead the reader to your conclusion, you do so by giving the facts. You do not slant, nor do you use yellow journalism. And unfortunately, it has become the norm in almost everything now. It's really sad. But we're going to get more and more of it as far as politics go here in the United States of America. And I, unfortunately, look forward to it. This is my World Cup. It happens every 4 years. This is what I do because I am an activist. And the minute I say activist, there are people that spit because they think I'm some sort of flaming liberal, and I'm not. I am not a liberal. As a matter of fact, I am a moderate. And my views when it comes to family and friends and my belief system is, as a matter of fact, hardcore right. So it is really something where I hear people classify me one way or another. But speaking of, if I do this spatially correct, I look at the Mercator map to my hard right in the upper northeast. Good morning, anime girl. How you doing?
I'm doing fine there. Morning, dude.
Yeah, I just
How be
wanted to.
we?
Yes, and of course, instead of that one, mine has always been peace and long life, which
Yeah.
I was told is the goodbye. I'm like, no, it's just there's two of them. Live long and prosper, and the other one is peace and long life.
Well,
I prefer that one, and I do it with
yeah,
my left hand.
I believe the way they normally do it, it's peace and long life, and then it's live long and prosper.
Yeah,
That is
I
that is the way I was taught that that's how it was done. When you first met them, it's peace and long life, and then they respond by saying live long and prosper. And that's how the welcome is supposed to go.
ooh, then
But I could be wrong.
I have always been welcoming. So mine is always peace and long life. Yes, it's cool.
Well, there you go.
And again, I'm a lefty, even though I'm a righty, but that's it.
You're ambidextrous.
I should have done it like this though. I'm a lefty and a righty, as opposed to the
I'm
gesture
in the
that I did a
middle.
moment ago.
Just hands. I'm in the middle.
Yes. So I was just giving people a quick overview of commentary and political stuff on where I stand on the spectrum, which, how apropos, it's spectrum. Some people in the United States use that word derisively. Where are you on the spectrum? And it's usually when it comes to mental
Yeah.
illness or awareness. It's really
Yeah.
disappointing.
Um,
So, what's going
hmm,
on?
it's going on. Well, I was down at mother's, hence the reason I was late.
Oh,
So I
you're not
apologise.
late. You're
Yes,
on
I am.
time. You
I'm
are,
15 minutes late.
even though my favorite character was Gandalf, you would come across as our Gandalf character. A wizard is never late. A wizard arrives when they mean to.
Wizard?
Yeah.
More like I'll say witch. I'll go for witch. You can keep your wizard in. I'll go for the witch because I'm a miserable old bugger at times. So there you go.
All right. Well, then I'll go with the witch, and that's
I'll go with witch. I noticed the other. I noticed the lady from Mooland hasn't made it.
Oh no, surprising.
She normally be here. She normally beats me in. The Mooland lady has not arrived.
No, indeed.
No, it's me and thee once again starting this program. Oh dear.
Aye, lassie. That's what we're doing here.
Never
Top of the
mind.
morning to you, but
Yeah.
it's not the morning over there. What is it? 2:00 your time?
It's 2:15.
Wow.
But as somebody might say, never mind, Captain. I'm sure if we thump the bloody thing in the right direction, it'll go.
And that we are.
We'll just nudge it in whatever direction we feel we need to come on.
As a matter of fact, I believe we will be on. Will we be on next week? Which will be the eve of that holiday?
23rd. Yeah, but that's up to you.
No, it's going to be the 24th.
24th. So 23rd is Saturday, and the
Right.
24th will be.
Oh, we're going to
whatever.
be on the 23rd. Sports Talk with the Guys. As
Yeah.
I've mentioned to everyone, folks, Sports Talk with the Guys is on, has been. There was a short period where I don't even remember. I'll have to look up in the calendar, but it was in January of one year where the Big Dog and I were unable, for whatever reason, to be on. And I think it was a 3 to 4 week hiatus, and we just were not able to be on. And we've returned, and we've been on almost all the time ever since. I mean, hell, we've been on for 16 years. And even for me, who I am like, if we're not on at a certain hour at a certain time, we didn't go.
No.
But it's still enough for me to say, yeah, we're in our 16th year.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And we will be on the
I know what we can
24th.
talk about.
Oh, there's a lot that we can talk about.
Yeah. Did you get the attachment I sent you about the Kings G League player arrested by the FBI?
No, but what did you send it to me on?
I sent it on Sports Talk with the Guys message. The same one I sent you with the Christmas card. There's a Christmas card with Santa Claus.
I woke up. I'm like, uh-oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Santa Claus and the reindeer's on the phone, and he says, the weather's crap, sledge is buggered, fatty's in a strop, and it's just another Christmas, really.
Oh, thank you. How pagan of you. I like that.
Absolutely pagan. And above that is the connection to the Sports NBA Kings G player arrested by the FBI.
Wait a minute, this is on Elf on the Shelf? I mean, I'm sorry, on Sports Talk with the Guys?
Yeah, on the message, on the little message bit on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you left it as a comment? Because on the Sports Talk with the Guys, I do not have that.
Oh, right.
Or unless you send it to...
Down the bottom where you know when it says messenger.
Ha, ha, ha.
Nah, messenger, sir. It's a message on your messenger. Why you no listen, Siri, idiot? Jeez, Louise.
I have Messenger up in the upper right screen. So I have one from you, and then I have one from Sports Talk with the Guys. And the last thing that I have on Sports Talk with the Guys is Elf on the Shelf.
No, it's
it may not have updated. Wow.
No, right. It's the story by Tristan Tucker. Center Chance Comanche, suited up for the Kings G League affiliated in Stockton, was released on Friday after he was arrested as a person of interest in an out-of-state FBI investigation. According to Anderson, the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office helped the FBI apprehend Comanche, who is being held without bail in the county's main jail. Records show Comanche's felony arrest fell under a California Penal Code provision allowing peace officers to arrest a person charged by a verified complaint with the commission of any crime in any other state. Well, there you go. You want me to put it in this chat here so you can read?
Yeah, why don't you?
Okay.
I do want to welcome our viewers. I believe we have at least one on YouTube this morning. Thank you for joining us. This is the morning Gap Fest, at least out here in the US. It is the afternoon Gap Fest out in the United Kingdom. It is a few hours before tea time. And I was going to ask, Anime Girl, while you send that over to me, thank you. Do you drink coffee? No, you do not, correct?
I do drink coffee.
Do you have a particular flavor?
Just an ordinary milky coffee. Nothing spectacular.
Yes, I was going off on the official drink of NDB Media. It's coffee, of course, the liquid crack, and the brand is Javalia from the Kingdom of Sweden. So,
Is it? Cool.
yeah, I was telling everyone that I was out of it because right over my shoulder, where you see that green folder,
Yeah.
is where you were able to see the coffee that I have.
Oh,
and
right.
I don't have that gold box anymore because I ran out of the Javalia. But sadly, it was all
Hold on 2 seconds while I
1, 2.
Okay, smart ass. God damn it.
A lot better than dumbass. So yes, folks, the article mentioned herein by Anime Girl. I'm going to put it up in the chat room so everyone may see if they would like to read it.
So bloody colonial. Right, I'm back again.
That's the article right there. So if you want to take a quick screenshot of it, it's at MSN. And yeah, I did not get this one. Wow.
No. Right. The coffee that I drink is that stuff.
Oh. I like it.
That's the flavor of coffee that I drink.
At Tesco brand. I may be somewhat familiar with that.
Yeah. Tesco Gold. It's a rich and smooth Robusta and Arabica beans roasted for deep flavor. So there you go, bro. God damn it, go on. You're dying to say it. I know you are. I can see it in the face.
We're good.
We're all good in the hood. Yeah.
Aye, lassie, that we are.
Yeah. And under his breath saying, for Christ's sake, you're a bitch, will you shut your mouth and let me get a word in edgeways here?
Not at all. I think this is absolutely awesome. This is what we're doing on this. I did have difficulty waking up this morning. I'm sorry. And Anime Girl, I did not return to my office yesterday. I ran errands and I wasn't feeling well. I was lame. I have no excuse. I said I was going to return to the office by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was out. I went to the market. We have many different markets here. One of them is Smart and Final, which is generally tailored to the retail side. You can purchase larger quantities of everything, and it's for retail establishments, restaurants, stuff like that. I myself, for tax season, would go there and purchase quite a bit of supplies. As a matter of fact, one of my Twitter accounts still, I think it's the Jedi Tax one, has the image of me going to Smart Final. Actually, I might just go to that one right now. I was there. Let's see, Jedi Tax. Let's see. This account doesn't exist.
There you go. You've been discontinued. What does it feel like to be a discontinued line? Do tell.
Oh, I am so sorry. It's under the original IRS man. I apologize. It is the IRS man. But the image, there it is. Look. And if everyone looks closely, because I always do this deliberately. Here it is, folks. I apologize. That is the profile shot I know it's very small, but there's Hawaiian Punch. There are the creamers here. Not sure what that one is, but there's coffee. And there's the Mike's Hard Liquor. And here's the Bartles and James for the
Bloody nowhere.
season. And then these are other flavored creamers, as this is as well. These are all different flavored creamers. So I think
What
that's
were you doing? Feeding
Coke
the
soda.
5,000?
Actually preparing for the season that year. Off to my right, as everyone knows, I have my coffee bar. And when clients would visit, they would oftentimes have family members and they would bring their children. And even though it's off right now, that video monitor, which I'm pointing to, is where we had Disney Plus hooked up, and the kids were able, while the parents were doing their business, they could watch stuff. So that's one of the sites there. So
Oh.
yeah,
I
that's the
was.
picture.
What was I doing? Well, I was doing making the stew for today and tomorrow this morning, while I also was watching How to Train Your Dragon. Gift of the whatever he can't remember the dragon he flies, the big dragon that's in the main character. But I was watching that, the Christmas special for that one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then after that, I watched Ice Age Christmas special.
Oh yes.
See, being me an anime freak or an animation freak, I've got them all on DVD. So I just take them out, stick them in the DVD player, and sit and watch them.
I like it.
Yeah, that's why I've got the Snowman and the Grinch lined up somewhere.
Ooh, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is, as we know, it used to be Shoot the Skunk. And I can say that because the algorithm does not understand that. But apparently, it wasn't exactly us using the phrase, but it was when we used it in the title, the algorithm snapped. And of course, the hardcore jackassity of the blogosphere went wild because all they did was file a complaint that we were talking about shooting skunks, and we were not. It's a phrase from across the pond. Remember, I'm out here in Los Angeles, California, and it is a phrase of passing the time. But out here in America, where people are bitter, unhappy, live in mama's basements, ain't getting any, and I guess that was bitter and unhappy. There were so many complaints against that one title that we were yanked off the air for it. And
Yeah,
it was really funny because we were just passing time having a conversation. But again, all the unhappy, unsatisfied individuals had nothing better to do. So we were effectively canceled.
Yeah. Good God. Canceled.
And speaking of canceled, the dogs in the neighborhood are going off. So someone must be walking by right here. It could either be on the street or in the alley, but no one walks in the alley anymore, Anime Girl, because over the last few years, all the homeowners have put security lights and motion sensors. There was movement all the time behind, as you guys can see the insulation right there, the silver stuff. That's the garage. They're walking by. Yeah, someone's walking by right now. But it's 6:30 in the morning. Sun's about to come up. But
there you go.
Yeah. But the thing is, there used to be a lot more.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon here, and it's about as cheerful as last week's wet weather. It's terrible. It's not raining, but
morning, young lady.
It's the Disney Queen. Hi there.
It is the Disney Queen. Yes.
She's our Disney. Well, our heavily talented Disney Queen, isn't she?
Aye, she is one talented lass. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. One hell of a talented lady. You know, we get jealous about her. You notice I do that when she's not around. You know, she's around, I just hide in the corner and shut up.
We are, and we. I mean, she knows we are jealous of her, and we love having her on, and she knows, so it's cool. If she's able, oops, I was going to send her the article that we just posted. No, I don't want to send her that, But what I'm going to do is, I think she said that she might join us based on one of those things. So I'm going to copy the link over. It is on the NDB Media host homepage, but just in case, I'll send it to her right now. But we are having quite a few people join us now. Folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. We'd love to hear from you. Want to know where you guys are in the world, joining us in this glorious misery. As
Yeah,
is,
this wonderful little rambling, roving sojourn that we're on for this couple of hours that we're going to be sitting here,
I
boring the world to death.
I did make a mistake, or I did err. Tanya sent me which I showed on air, the Christmas ornament, which I had it right here next to me all this time. But my oldest daughter set the tree up, and just as we finished up sports talk with the guys yesterday, I was like, "You moron! It should be over there on the tree." And I placed it in the tree, so I'm going to have to take a picture of it now. And I love what my daughter Ariel did. As I mentioned to a few people, that my prized possession, my prized material possession of all the things that I have, and speaking of, and here she comes. So, good morning!
Yo, Disney
And
Queen,
we
liking the
are in the
sweatshirt. That's cool.
workshop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's Wrap Presents Day. So
Ah, good for you. Tanya, I have to come clean. The ornament that you gave me, I was just telling everyone that I've had it close to me all this time. Yes, however you want to take that. I've had it right here next to me on my desk.
what's
And
the
when we finished sports talk with the guys, I was like, "You moron! It should be up on the tree."
oh,
Which Ariel, my oldest daughter, decorated. And I was about to tell that story. I should take a picture of it and post it as soon as I can. But I put it on the tree last night, and I was like, but I've had it close to me because I've been doing a lot of things and I'm behind on stuff, just horribly behind. But yes, I've had it. Take it however you want, Tanya. I've had it right here next to me all this time,
that's sweet.
Yeah, you
so
see,
it
there you
it
go.
does mean a great deal. And to get all sappy, I just looked on, and I know no one can see it, but obviously I'm sitting at my desk where I do where I used to do quite a bit of input. I have a calculator here and I have a folder or two, but on top of that, I have this, which I think I'm gonna now take that one over there and put it up on the tree as well. So, um, guys and girls, it's not a big deal. It's just I know that she tailors cards to people,
Yeah.
and I just love that the card was tailored. And it's a cute little message, but it's to me. So I'm not going to violate that trust.
So
I'll
there you go.
violate everything else, huh, Tanya?
You're just a violator. You know what I mean?
I am.
A
I mean, look,
violator.
if there's a message, I'll put it on blast. And that's what I meant, not the other way.
Oh, too
So
late. You dropped yourself in it now.
I know I did. Now, what was really funny is I did purchase gifts for my daughters, and my oldest, for those of you that know and don't know, my oldest daughter Ariel is high functioning autistic. With her, it's understanding social situations. She does. Ariel is actually funny. She has a sense of humor, but I don't know if she is suffering from the inability to recognize facial emotions, where she doesn't understand that people might be angry, impatient, or the like.
Mhm.
So she doesn't get those cues that we as humanity get when people are like, shut the hell up now, dude, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell do you think you're doing, man?
Stuff
Yeah.
like that. And her issue is that she reads a great deal, and whatever she learns, she will bring it to the fore.
Mhm.
And we will have conversations that are not politically charged. They're hurricanally dangerous. And I just made that up right now. you know and she has those conversations with kids, because unfortunately they're the only ones that will listen to her. And it's just, yeah, it's just the way things are. But she's learning. She's a beautiful soul. And anyway, I want to bring my co-host in, but I'll tell this story right now since it's the holiday season. A lot, without throwing too many beans out there, everyone in my universe knows that I've had difficulty in the family for a little bit of time now. So, um, the issue that I was having was that I was not speaking to my older daughter for a while. It was really charged because of things that were happening in the family. But when Christmas came around during the holiday, I believe it was 2020, I was desperate to find a tree. And there was none due to the supply chain issues and problems and whatever. And I walked into a store. I don't know if it's a national chain or not, but out here on the West Coast, it's called the 99-cent stores. For the longest time, everything was 99 cents. There was nothing over 99 cents. It was unreal. And it worked for 20 years. Well, they have items that are now more than 99 cents for obvious reasons because they would be out of business. But we walked in there during lunch, my coworker and I saw that they had Christmas trees. They had a 6-foot artificial Christmas tree for $29.99, and they had a 7-foot Christmas tree for $49.99. All kidding aside, but being the Latin male that I am, you can all guess which one I purchased. So I brought home the 6.5-foot tree. So, and one day I put it out in the living room. It's a 3-part tree. You put it together, artificial. And my older daughter was walking by, and I said, Adia, I need help decorating the tree. Would you please help me? And it's like everything of the last year melted away. She helped me decorate the tree, and we were having conversations again. And I've told people that I had not spoken to my daughter in a normal conversation for about a year. So I have told people for some time now that my prized possession, sadly, at this moment, is a 6.5-foot artificial tree because of that moment. And
Oh,
when I
that's
brought the
nice.
tree out, seriously, she decorated it, and she did it in about a day. It was really nice. I had to post a picture of it tonight. So I just want to get that story out. Yes, it's a big deal for me, but I tell people, yeah, the only thing I care about right now is that blasted little tree.
Well, see, there you go. You should have dipped in your pockets a little bit deeper and got the bigger tree. So
That
yeah,
doesn't work with a Latin person. You realize that, right?
I've not
Oh,
got
did
it.
I tell you what that gesture? And I'm not sure if Tanya. Oh, yeah, she's got to know this gesture. It's a rude gesture in the Latin world, but if you're going out with the party, this is when it happens. If you're going out with the party to go and have a meal at a restaurant and everyone has to put in their portion, you be fair. You have an idea what you spent, but you always give extra, right? Well, when people start paying up, you're looking down the table and you see that someone bought a soda for $1.99 and they leave $1 on the table. And like a little bit of smile on her face, but she knows what I'm talking about. Usually the signal gets transmitted across the table. Are you familiar with this one, Tanya? Okay, yeah. Where the gesture is you're I guess tapping the elbow. In the Latin world, in Spanish, that is called codo. Now, the word, everyone knows the word, but when you don't want to say it and you want to just transmit the message, this is the gesture. And codo means tight, but ridiculously, sadly, beyond miserly tight. Go ahead, Ice Queen.
Yeah, but see, I don't do it because I just call them out. Nah, you better put money in. I don't even want to hear it.
Good morning, Ice Queen.
Yeah, why do I not find that surprising? Would you? I mean, yeah, why do I not? Yeah, I can just think. Could you imagine her in somewhere like Taco Bell? And somebody just bought a $4 soda and they stuck a couple of bucks on the table. She stands up and goes, "Hey, take one. Put the rest down on the table." You can just imagine her doing this. You know what I mean?
Listen, let me.
I don't. Go ahead.
When I was at a restaurant with my husband.
Oh, by the way.
And somebody did not tip a waiter before they left. Okay? They didn't even pay the bill. They got up, ran out, and like half the waiters chased them all the way to Bryant Park.
Gee
Okay.
whiz.
The
I
Dine and Dashers.
this and I felt bad for the woman because she was an older woman. She had to be about maybe in her 60s or what have you. And it was a bunch of teenagers and what have you, and they just got up and left. Walked out, did nothing. All the waiters got up. All the male waiters, they chased these people all the way to frickin' Bryant Park, which was like 6 blocks down. Because they did this in Times Square. I paid the tab and I left the tip because I was not having it. I was like, I hope they get penalized. I hope they call the cops, which they did call the cops, but I hope and pray that they got charged and they had a fine, they did jail time and all that. Don't be cheap. If you can't afford to order food and leave a tip, if you can't afford to go to a restaurant and leave a tip, don't do it because you're not helping anybody. And that's my rant for the day.
Hey, it's all good. Anime Girl, if you have a story for that, if not, I do. That in the late '80s, I believe I was out with one of my seminary brothers, and we went to Sizzlers. And we used to love going to Sizzlers because they had the all-you-can-eat shrimp. It was just great, man. And for a bunch of younger guys, late teens, early 20s, all you can eat. Are you kidding me? Don't matter what the price is. You can go. And we would love the shrimp. And the service was great. It was nice. We'd get together once a month. Well, I went and speaking of, good morning, Beamer. How you doing? It's been a little while, young man. Thank you for saying hi.
He's going out, but hey, thanks a lot.
Yes, I hope you have a wonderful time on your Sunday. Thank you. And Beamer, hey, we're bringing back Battlestar Galactica. And by the way, I want to give thanks to everyone. I was stunned. In one day, we had over 500 views on that first episode, and we're really excited about that. So we're going to be on again. I'm going to say, of course, Greg might have joined us this morning, but Greg did have a loss in the family. And actually, it's not even one, it's 3. One of them was a family pet. And I shouldn't have said it in this order. And the other 2 were his mother and his mother-in-law. So I am sorry for Greg. I implied it yesterday on Sports Talk with the guys, but yeah, he's going through a hard time right now. Yeah, and hopefully he'll be joining us again real soon. So, Beamer, I'm looking forward to having you back on with us for other Star Trek stuff. And I hope you have a good day, pal. And thanks for stopping in. So, I was at Sizzlers, and it was a corner booth near the back exit, and someone had left a tip, and it was a healthy tip. I just remember it was the late '80s. It was like a $10 tip, and back in the '80s, minimum wage was $3.35. Just to put things in context. And I saw this couple as they were walking out. They reached for the tip and left, and I did not have the Tanya ability, the skill yet. I had not become that person yet, but I was horrified. I was just absolutely horrified that they did that. And I kind of like, hey, and other people around kind of looked, saw, didn't do a thing. And I was just so saddened by it. So I was pissed off that people left a tip and someone walked by and took it. I have had that phobia that when I am at a table, and I will, Beamer, thank you. I will pass that on. I hide the tip on the
You
table.
too, my man.
I do. I hide the tip on the table. And the big dog has seen me do it, and he thinks I'm a little excessive when I do it. And other people know, they're like, what are you doing? So if the table has the opening out here to the aisle or whatever, I leave the money over here near the wall or wherever the condiments are, and I will hide it and call it whatever you want. But I just, Tanya, Anime Girl, it's BS, man. It's BS that people would do that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I tend to hand, if I'm at a restaurant or a cafe and I'm leaving a tip, I will hand it to the actual person that's doing the serving. I'll go up and I'll pay the bill, and the girl or the person that's serving me, I'll turn around and say, there you go, thank you very much. And I'll hand the tip straight to them. And the amount of times the guy behind the counter goes, That's got to go in the jar. And I go, no, they serve me, they get it.
Now that's interesting. Have any of you asked your servers about that? Because, as you know, I have a favorite server here at Applebee's, the one in Montclair and Monte Vista. So you guys, I mean, big deal. Now you know one of my haunts. I mean, I've been talking about it for years. Her name is Brandy. She's awesome. Everyone I've taken to meet, she's real. She is really cool. Brandy. She's absolutely awesome. And I haven't seen her in about 2 weeks. Goes to show you how often I go. So during COVID, damn, I was there once a week, if not even more. But anyway, she mentioned that there they have your tips are your tips. Now, the ones that bus the tables, that's what they call it. I'm not Anime Girl, is that the same term that they have over here? It's bussing a table is clearing the tables off.
No, we don't use that. That terminology isn't used over here.
Is there a phrase for that, or is it just the
No,
ones that clear the tables?
You're just the one that clears the table. Right? No
Okay.
special title. You just go clear the tables.
They'll get a percentage of the tip from the servers for that because, as you know, the more tables they can serve, the more money everyone can earn. So the
No.
ones that are bussing are, they need them to clear those tables. So it's a big deal. And they
Over
will
here,
share
they normally say, right, those 4 tables are yours. Those
Right.
4 tables are yours. These 4 are yours. Oh, the last 3 belong to you, and that's it. Then those particular servers will stick with those tables. They have their own particular area.
Yes.
In some restaurants, it's also like in some restaurants, like I say, the money that you give as a tip doesn't stay with the person. It goes into a jar, and then at the end of the year or the end of the week, it's split between everybody that's done the serving. So,
I believe it's at the end of the day they take up accounts, and I believe my barkeep, and I call her my barkeep. It's so funny. I've actually gone in and talked to her about things, and it's really funny. So I do sit at the bar. I never would do that, but I do over there. And she would explain to me on how the procedures would go. And it was funny because she's at the bar and I would sit near the register sometimes and she would like walk away. I'm like, hey, woman, what the hell are you doing? You left the register open. See, that's my old retail. I'm like, are you kidding? Tanya, you worked retail for a while. When you would turn away, okay, I'm just to give a visual. If the register's in front of you, if you turned away, you know a good cashier or a cashier has been burned. So when they turn away, their hand is on the register, right? Oh yes, because that's what we were told to do. Protect your register. You're responsible for that. So a good cashier, they're like, yes, may I help you? And their hand is sitting on there, and you cannot get into. You can get into Fort Knox quicker than you can get into that register.
We used to do it in.
If they tried to get their hands in my till.
Yeah. Now in the Sergeant Smith, what we used to do is we have the till, it would pop out, and you put your money in, and as you turn, you literally use one of your hips or your backside, and you just clip it.
Oh yeah, yeah, we would do that too.
And then off you would go, and it was closed. If it bounced out again, then the hand was down and it was slam. Can I help you, sir? Dink, and that was it. Nobody got close. No one.
That changed in the 80s for us. I used those old Suida machines that were prevalent in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, where in the United States, you had, it's the things that you see in the TV shows where you're ringing up everything, but you ring up all the taxable items first. And then you come up with the tax. There it is, your subtotal. And then you ring up the non-taxable items. Well, when you would close the register on the Suidas, those machines are probably still working to this day. They're monsters. They do that. But when we switched over to the more modern machines, and this isn't a shot against IBM because there were a lot of different ones. It was NCR, whatever. They were plasticky.
Yeah.
So when you would close the register, the black box that kept the change, the coin, and all that stuff, if you closed it hard, it would rattle. And some of the change would come out of the till. So you
Yeah.
would close it firmly, but you couldn't do the hip stuff because the coins would fly in that
Yeah.
box in there.
Yeah, no, we were lucky. I mean, the tools that we used in the sergeant's mess, which is a senior NCO's mess, all the boxes were square. They weren't, smooth where they went down and up. They were square little boxes, so you could slap it one and they wouldn't come out. Not unless you tipped the damn drawer upside down. Even then, you break your back because the bloody till weighed a ton on its own, let alone anything else. You had money, that was it. Instant hernia. You weren't going anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm curious to see the type of paper that Tanya's using. This is a little, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's Target paper. I have that one. Oh, that's funny if you do. Oh my goodness, it is. Yes. Or at least it's very similar. I didn't realize, Tanya, that when I was wrapping the gifts for my daughters, that I still had paper left over. That woman, my significant. Oh, I wasn't seeing it. Oh, I like that one. Yeah. I went ahead and purchased a massive roll, man. I don't even know how big it is. But I got this one. It has penguins and Santa Claus. You can barely tell right there.
Oh, cool.
Oh my, Tanya, jeez. Now yours looks silvery. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, mine's a little on the bluish side, but that's funny, Tanya, that we have similar.
Damn.
Yeah. Now this roll, I could bonk. I could commit a crime with this thing. Yeah, it's 220 square feet or 20.4 meters squared. It's 66 feet by 40 inches. This is it's a thick roll. I think I have enough paper for the rest of my life, man.
See, my wrapping paper, when I wrap presents, the paper matches either the present or the person's personality.
Yes.
So, like, my husband is a sloth.
Oh, that's funny. Yes. I like that.
My mom loves Santa, so I give her, like, Santa wrapping paper.
Yes.
My dad is like a nutcracker, elf, just something fun and funky.
Yeah.
And then there is always just something cutesy and glittery and what have you.
That's interesting, Tanya, because I will tailor Christmas cards. Because I have for me, I've been giving Christmas cards my entire life. That's what I do. And I will do I remember those wintry scenes. Yes, I like those.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. That one is nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's one of the cheapest ones over here. You get them in packs of 3, and they're all different ones. They're all different ones.
Yeah, we have them. Yeah, that's somewhat common over here as well. So I do want to give a quick shout out. Good morning, Gridiron Girl. Thank you for joining us this early in the morning.
Hi, girl.
If you want to go ahead and join us right now, talk about what you're doing today, you're more than welcome. So thank you for giving us the light.
As I said on the post, come one, come all, please.
Please, because I'm stuck with Roger all day.
God damn it, got to get somebody else in here. That looks painful. Oh, she's tying pretty ribbons. Cool.
Yeah, I make my this way I don't have to buy bows.
See, I do something like that and the damn thing falls apart. I go.
That one is a skill. And Tanya, I never had that. I know how to obviously I know how to do the tie. I did. Oh my God. Quick story. When I was going to school, I had a uniform and my father would have to tie my necktie. And I only had one and he would prepare it. And when I went to school and when the guys were dumb and stupid, the first thing they do is they pull the tie. Well, I lost my baloney every time because I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Because I had no way of fixing it. So my neighbor was a real good guy. Years ago, I was leaving. I was talking about, I got to go. My dad's going to prepare my necktie. He's like, what? He's going to do what? You don't know how to do a necktie? Like, no. So as I'm about to dash out, I mean, the guy literally grabs me by the collar, almost thinking, the gruff of the neck, just get your ass in here. Takes me to the bathroom. He has about 6 ties right there. And he started to show me how to do the tie.
Oh,
Well,
that's
he used to work in the Hollywood scene where he had to wear uniforms and
Mhm.
he always wore a suit and stuff. And I am so I now that I think about it, that's where I learned. It wasn't my dad, because my dad did me solids by preparing my tie, did not show me how to, do that. But my neighbor did, and he showed me how to do the Windsor, the double Windsor, and there were several others. So his thing was, dude, if the tie is super thin or super thick, you're good. And he I saw Tanya what she was doing right now, where she put her finger in the bow to wrap it around. I had the flashback of doing the tie, because when you do the Windsor, the
Hey,
double
that's
win,
cool.
yes,
Yes.
that puts my
Oh.
store to shame right there.
I'm jealous of her. She's too damn skilled. She's too damn well skilled. I'm just going to sit here in the corner and fester quietly because, oh,
That's why every time she shows up, I don't think I even say hi to Tanya anymore. My phrase to Tanya is, "So, what is going on in the world of Tanya?" And that's code for, "Come on, woman, tell me what you're working on."
yeah, she's just too damn skilled.
well,
Makes me
you wanna-
feel that's nice. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to see something really cool? Where is it? So I made my dad's Christmas present.
That is
Whoa,
neat. That is
that's
cool.
cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
What is the one on the right is the African or European continent.
Mhm.
It's funny. It looks like there's sunglasses there. Doesn't it look like Enemy Girl?
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
American
on the
ones, huh?
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like there's sunglasses. That's neat. That's why I was like, well, that's got to be the continent.
Well, the importance of it is because my dad went to the 1964-65 World's Fair in Flushing. So the Unisphere, that's the Flushing Unisphere. And then at the top of the bag, I'm going to put World's Fair. And then right underneath the globe, I'm going to put 1964, which was the first year that he went.
That's impressive. I like that.
Nice.
I do.
Sonia's loving the bows.
Yeah, Gridiron Girl. She's loving the bows. Yes. Hell yeah. Like I said, I noticed how she was tying the bow, and I don't know how to do that. But if I could tie a bow with a tie, oh, easy peasy.
Totally do a ribbon.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. What was that?
You could totally do a ribbon if you could do a tie.
Oh yeah, I just hadn't tried. But I was embarrassed that I buy the bows, and even though I got the paper and everything, I didn't. I guess I ran out of the bows, so I still put the gifts out there, and I was in a hurry to put them out since my daughter delivered. The tree was there for an entire day, and there was nothing on the tree. I ran and I purchased 2 gifts for my daughters each, and I wrapped them up, and I was really proud of how I wrapped them up. That's my thing. I love wrapping gifts, like Tanya's doing. I love wrapping gifts.
Me too. It's like
I will tell people, I'll wrap them for you. Just let me. I'll do it.
no, but people at the same time get frustrated with the way that I wrap the presents because they say I wrap it too pretty and they don't want to open it. I'm like, but you have to open it, otherwise you can't get to the gift. They were like, but it's too pretty. I was like, but there's a gift inside. Open it.
Now,
I get accused of using too much sellotape.
Yeah.
I get hold of something, I've wrapped it up, and I give it to them. They stand there and they go, "Yep, bastard, I fucking can't get into it." I'm thinking, well, I'm making sure it's safe. It's so bloody safe. I can't get it. I had a friend of mine. What he used to do was he'd find a piece of paper, just the paper, no sellotape. He'd go, wet the paper and put the finger. Got you. He says, "I've got you."
That's funny.
I had to learn not to use so much sellotape. You know what I mean?
My grandmother, God bless her, she would never ever rip the gifts open, and I guess that's part of the joy is seeing them rip it up. My grandmother would save the paper year after year after
Is your
year.
grandmother Hispanic?
Of course, yes, yes,
My mother same way, and then you save the wrapping paper for the following year.
yes. And
Mhm.
it's not cheap, it's smart. We've made the joke that when it comes to uh, caring for Mother Earth, forgive me, folks, this is going to come across as insensitive and racist, but we Latin people, you can go into any sink under our homes and there's about 50 bags, plastic bags, because
Yep.
we recycle them. We do. We will destroy the bag before it gets out to the ocean.
100%. There will be
Yeah.
nothing left in the bag by the time we're done with it.
Yeah.
So
And we do. We
nobody does
make it.
conservation better than us.
Yeah, in that. Oh, definitely. And my grandmother would always do the whole thing of that. I will admit I might keep the bows, but
Oh, of course, because then you use them to decorate the Christmas tree.
yeah. And it was always annoying to everyone in the family that every year when a Christmas card would arrive, I would post it on the door, of course, on the inside. So every Christmas card that we received. Well, people are like, but you don't receive a lot of Christmas cards. I said, actually, yeah, I do. She goes, yeah, but Forbes, Newsweek, Franklin Templeton, they don't count. I said, hell no, they sent me Christmas cards. And it was funny because one year I had about 15 cards from all these different places that sent me cards. And I was like, hey, when I had so many cards sent to me, that's when I started posting them. It's really cool. I do. If I'm sending a Christmas card, that thing's up on the wall
I
every
know
year.
somebody who used to get his Christmas cards, right? And when the Christmas was over, he'd cut the picture part off where the writing was. He'd always make sure there was no writing on the back of the picture, and he'd cut that off, and he'd make his own Christmas cards up with the front.
Oh, a postcard then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you cut it in half. Oh, that's
cut it in half.
creative.
He
You
just
see?
he'd make sure there was nothing behind it, and then he'd send out for you his Christmas card. Where's the other
No,
half?
I
Yeah.
could see that. I don't know. You know, Tanya? I mean, Tanya's cards are really, actually, I think they're all gone already. I don't think I have them anymore. I had them here, but I was going to talk about the paper that, Anime Girl, I could see that because the card stock was just thicker. That if you cut it in half, it could make a postcard, Christmas
Mhm.
card. The paper they use today is probably
Mm.
chewed up by the machines if you split it in half.
It's all recycled stuff, and it's just the minute you touch it, you think, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have many.
Oh,
Don't have
sorry
many
about that.
cards. Don't have many cards.
Well, I did go back to it starting in COVID. Uh, you know, and forgive me, this is a line of ageism. I think it's really cool that Tanya is doing the Christmas cards, being that she is, and forgive me, this is ageism, that she is clearly younger than I am by a lot. And I think it's so cool when something like that is still followed by someone. And I that's one of the reasons, Tanya. The first year you made the Christmas cards, I know there was stuff going on. That was like 3 years ago.
Wow,
Or no,
it's been
no. Yeah.
I think I've been doing cards since 2019, just before COVID hit. I think I started doing the cards.
Yeah. So you're like what, 4 or 5 years? I've purchased the last 2 years, and I think there was another one before. No, you know what? No. There was stuff, and I know there was one year that I wanted to order, and then you'd post it as okay, deadline passed. I'm like, crap. I think it was not last year, but the year before with deadline. I was like, okay, whatever. So last year when you announced it, I think I was one of your first orders. I was your first order this year, wasn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, it was even in the summer, huh? Which was kind of neat. So screw it, Tanya. I'm your first order right now. So I don't know what you're going to charge, but if you need a deposit so we can make it official, I'll sell you a damn $1 if I have to, just that you could say I already have my first order for next year. All kidding aside, I will do that because it is really cool. I brag about when I used to have 2 clients that were
Mhm.
going back and forth year after year to be the first one to schedule an appointment, usually in January or whatever. Well, all of my clients know that now. And I have this one client that when she shows up in April, she already schedules the year after. So I said, okay, you've all been beat. But if you think about it, you guys show up in January and February. Why are we playing this game? You could end up beating her. So on my Jedi tax page, I always post, yay! I got my first one for the following year. And I think this year, the first the lady that scheduled it, she scheduled with me. The one that I announce is when the client does it on their own and
Mhm.
schedules in advance. And I think she scheduled it in September, which is one of the earliest I've ever had, yeah, for next year, which was kind of cool. That's neat because unfortunately my clients have learned that I only have so many slots now. I have so many that it's very difficult.
Need your help with my sales tax because I've been trying to file my sales tax, and for whatever reason, I can't seem to get it.
No problem. I don't
It's
know if I told you this, but Roz. Well, everyone knows that Roz is part of the Jedi.tax firm, which I
yeah.
consider myself privileged, and she's working with us. And I love messing with people. I think I may have shared this with Anime Girl in a conversation that, and I'm going to say it on air because you guys know how I am. I told Anime Girl, "Oh, I love it when my preparers say, oh, it's such a pleasure working with you.' Like, no." You work for me. You both of you started to laugh. I do that all the time. That's my ego. You know it. I love it when they say, "Oh, it's great working with you." No. I even tell my clients, I love it when my fellow preparers say, "Oh, it's great working with you." Yeah, no. Oh, but everyone who knows, they're like, "Yeah, that's that punk. That's the way I am." And it's just one of those funny things. But I am now, since I have so many clients alone in New York, that I'm over 10 clients that I have in New York that I am now going to get licensed in New York as well. So I'm going to have, I think that'll be my fourth certification nationwide. I'm not only licensed in California, but I'm going to be adding New York as well. The toughest one is Oregon because, and there's only 5 states. Believe it or not, in the United States of America, there are only 5 states that require their preparers to be registered or regulated.
Really?
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to prepare taxes, you go to the IRS website, you go to Tax Pros, and you do the background check. Takes about an hour, and you get your PTIN. Costs about $20. You are now legally authorized to prepare taxes in 45 states for $20.
Cool.
God bless America. Yeah,
We don't do that over here, I don't think.
yeah.
I think once you qualify, that's it. You qualified nationwide.
Well, due to the political nature of the income tax code, there are refinements every year. So states are requiring, well, those that do, for you to have regular. Oh, okay. What are we doing?
What? Oh,
I saw the glass case.
I'm gonna do a gnome village for my sister. Present.
Okay. You see, I was right. It wasn't just the little glass case. There was something there. That's why I said, what are we doing? Funny, huh, Tanya? We. But I think I've always said that to you. Oh, what are we working on now?
Yeah. What are we getting short of now? Look, hang on.
Tanya, the reason why I'm fascinated by what you do is I have it in me as well because my mother was into the arts and crafts.
Mhm.
Do you guys remember? And I'm sure you had this over in the East Coast, or in the United Kingdom as well. The old 6-packs of sodas used to come in a box. They were 4 packages, right? Well, that box, my mother would get that box, and that would form a floor plan for her. So when she would design a house, she would make the house out of cardboard, and she would use those boxes. But that was the very start. And I saw her doing that and I started to copy it. And as I grew up, there were boxes that were taller, and those were perfect for the action figures of Star Wars. So I would build my own command centers, my own medical bays, whatever. I used to build that stuff growing up. I built a snow speeder out of cardboard, and I'm looking to do that this year again. But now that you have these machines, these replicators,
Hmm.
it kind of takes it away. But I built snow speeders out of cardboard. Well, glue, tape, and cardboard. And the action figures would fit in the snow speeder, and they had the canopy. I mean, it's kind of detailed stuff, but I used to do that. So I do those things, Tanya. My mother would, for Holy Week, when they would do events at church and stuff, she's the one that created the uniforms, the dresses. That was her shtick.
Hmm.
And it's a shame that she never did that on a professional basis. I think she would have done very well.
Probably.
But I always followed in her stead where I was doing that stuff. So, Tanya, that's why when I see what you're doing, I literally am saying, what are we doing? Because I haven't done stuff like that in a while. But yeah,
I used to do model building, but I stopped doing it years and years ago. I got to the stage where my drawings and everything I used to do like that, I stopped doing because I just fell out of love with it.
Yeah, once you fall out of love with something, then it's like, okay.
I built the USS Voyager, and
I've got
okay,
3 models there: Voyager, Kazon ship, and the Marquis ship from.
yeah.
And the little. Yeah.
This was the monogram or Revell model, and it was the first one that I really did. And I painted it. I put the decals, and I was proud of that ship. I mean, Voyager. I don't really care for the ship itself. It's funny because I'm
It's an Intrepid class.
Yes, it is. But when it comes to ships, I have 2. It's the Enterprise for the movies. That it was the refit in the first 3 movies, because no bloody A, no bloody B, no bloody C. It's the and
no bloody A, B, C.
A Star Trek fan.
Yeah. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Yes. Now, but not the original series one. It's the original series that was refit for the movies.
Yeah, the one that Decker did.
The one that Kirk blew up in Star Trek 3. That one.
Yeah, the one that Decker referred. And Sulu put it into a bloody hole or something, didn't he?
Yes. See, that is my favorite ship, and the second one is actually the Sovereign from First Contact, the USS, the Sovereign class. Those are 2 of my favorite ones. But anyway, the Voyager is the model that I built and I did, and I had in the living room, and it was on its stand. And then my sister Alma, love her to death, and nephew, who I do not love to death, he had to play with it. And I said, look, Alma, come on, man. It's the only model I've done. I'll buy him anything and everything. He can play with all of my other Star Wars toys. And he had to do that one. She says, he's not going to break it. And she couldn't even finish the phrase, he will not break it. Because the model had where the engines would also, they would elevate. It was a nice. I'm sorry.
That's the one that I built too.
Yeah, it was a nice model, and it just didn't fall. He broke it and shattered it into pieces, and I was just like, and I was just telling her, and her thing was like, yeah, well, he's 4.
Oh, I would have smacked her just for saying that.
You ready for this? There's one.
Oh yeah.
Revell, untouched.
Yes.
There's another one, Revell.
Yeah.
Untouched. And there's the third.
See, I have a Deep Space Nine one that I never built.
Wow. Yes.
It's huge, and I'm staring at it. My husband bought it for me, and I told him, "Don't buy it because I know I'm not going to put it together." Sure enough, because I'm like, it's too big. Like I had the prize that I never finished.
My boy. There's what it looks like inside.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like inside.
Yeah.
And all 360.
But you opened it now.
I know I've opened it. So what?
I always open them too. I better play with them. But Tanya, you were saying about the Unfinished Enterprise?
No, DS9.
Part of when I was in high school, we had to do art projects. I hated it. But I was like, you know what? I have a Voyager model. I'll just put that together. My teacher, first of all, he was just impressed that I was a girl that liked Star Trek. So I was like, fine, I'll just build the Voyager model. So I had the paints and everything, built it, completed. Beautiful. Came out perfect. Not to toot my own horn, but it was legit.
Yeah.
I had it up in my room. Beautiful. My cousin comes, knocks the whole thing down. I was like, do you know how many months that took me? How many hours? Stupid little brat.
I actually know. I know because we had the same model.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows my story.
Yeah, and the cool part was the nacelles. Like I loved that the warp nacelles would come up. No, I still don't know what happened to it. I still have the Enterprise that I have to finish, and all that it needs is the decals. But the Deep Space Nine one, never got around to it.
Well, Tanya, I actually have the nacelles from that model. That's all that was left, believe it or not. So my sister Alma, as she was older, she goes, oh, not knowing, not remembering. She goes, oh, you have from one of your toys. I'm like, funny you would say that. She goes, oh, well, you have more left from your ship than Kirk did. I'm like, so was your son the Klingons? Your son was Krug, the ones that blew up my damn ship. Michael Bednar from Starship Farragut knows, and the light is reflecting off it, so it's not very good. But when I went to Washington, D.C. last year about the same time, Michael knew the story of Voyager and my love of it. That's the model, but unfortunately, it's reflecting the monitors right now. So I'll have to go get it. And, oh, what's that? Oh, that's cool. Oh, there we go. The porn came out.
Because my husband bought his brother a Cal Kestis lightsaber.
Yes.
And I'm like, who the hell is Cal Kestis? And he's like,
I was about to say, who the hell is he? She. It.
From one of the video games.
Yeah. So he bought his lightsaber because we went to annual pass holder exclusive shopping event, and they had saber hilts for 60% off. My husband bought a Cal Kestis for his brother and Dooku. Was it Dooku that he bought? For himself, I think.
Dooku is the one that's curved.
I think that's the one that he.
Oh. Yeah, Dooku had the curved lightsaber as well as Ventress. There, I remember those were the two that were curved. I'm sure there are more now, but Dooku famously, yes. I would love to get a
Ventress
Dooku.
was a double, though, wasn't she?
Yes, yes, she did. Yes, and it was almost like an S when they were connected. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, my phone is going off. I mean, my watch because I got to take my meds. So I'm gonna do that in a few moments. But yeah, Tanya, it's funny how you and I built the exact same model. So Michael gave me that one, and it's from Revell. It is the Voyager, but this one has the Kazon Raider in it. Obviously, it's a newer model, but it is now sitting there always within view. Like I say, because it's so early and the light is not, it's reflecting it. The monitors are.
Yeah, I can see the reflection.
You can see the cellophane, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
But,
the problem I got at the moment is I've started doing the N-gauge Japanese trains, so I got about 10 or 11 of them sitting over here, just right behind this monitor.
When we move, which it's due to circumstance, I mean, we're almost month to month where we're going to move. We're looking next year to purchase the properties for my nephew down Lake Elsinore, etc. And the properties are big enough where I don't know if I'm going to do the genuine garden model railroad or if it's just going to be like an HON, which I'm going to put outside. But it's a very small set, but I still want to do something. I think HO is going to be the appropriate size.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to do that. Oh,
most of the garden. Oh, hang on. Is that a That's not a Funko Pop.
I think it is.
Tell me that's not a Funko Pop.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's who?
It's so cute.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
You want to see something cute? I'll show you something cute. She is cute.
What's that? Oh, that
Yeah.
is cute.
Yeah, that's anime. And who
Oh, by
is
the-
that?
Girl. The
That is one of the people from Hyper something or other, the series. I can't remember. It's Hyper something or other, the series. She's one of the girls from that.
Tanya.
She's got little fluffy dolls in there and all. Little
You're
fluffy
all red, Tanya. That was funny. It's all good.
anime girl, I found somebody who can actually design the character for me.
Yeah.
I can put it on like a tumbler or a bag or whatever you would like.
Tumbler and a bag, depending on the price.
Okay.
Thing is, you see, it's not the cost that you to spend for you. It's the cost getting it from you to
Yeah.
here.
Actually, it might even
it's-
it's both ways. You getting it to her and then back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, money transfer is not a problem, but it's getting the stuff
item.
from the States. Yeah, the items from
Yeah,
the
the item.
States to here. I mean, I've just sent stuff to Liz, and as soon as they told me the price, I thought, I'm buying a bloody postal service here. I'm not buying a, you know,
Yeah.
got my
I'm
own
not making a
personal
car
postman.
payment here.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Now I can get stuff from Japan cheaper than I get it from the States.
Yeah, I just
And
don't.
I know this because that little doll there, that one right there, had to come from America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how much that one cost me. Because you don't get it over here. You get it in Japan or America. And Japan
All
had
right.
sold out. And that was the last one of the set of 4. Took me 2 years to get that
Bloody hell.
figure. Well, that's what I was saying. Believe you me, that's what I was saying. It was damn. But hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find the anime for that figure.
No, that's cool. I have a few other items strewn about, which I'm gonna probably gift them on air in the future because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Marauders,
There you go.
the Razor
That's where
Crest,
it's from.
Oh.
That's where it's from.
Oh,
Neptunia, huh?
Hyperdimension Neptunia. It's a PS3 game, but it's also an anime.
you and my husband have like the best conversations because he loves his anime, and I'm like, okay. Closest I get to anime was Voltron, and what's that other?
Robotech.
I think it was called Gundam Wing. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of anime that we had. Oh my god, you had
Well,
Thundercats, which I really wasn't a fan of.
When it comes to anime, there you go. Right there. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
It's
There you go.
interesting the items that we have, and everyone knows, especially here, that just because of the angle, you don't see a lot of stuff that I have. I deliberately started filling that stuff up back there, and you know, Tanya, a few years ago when I was on some of the other programs, people realized that I would change it up back there, so they would actually scrutinize it. Say,
Yeah.
"Hey, Roger added something new." Like, oh my god!
Well, here's
was
my
cool.
only. Here's the only girl at the moment that doesn't have a box
Why doesn't she have a box?
because I haven't made her one yet.
Who is
Oh.
that? That one is familiar.
This is Ren, and the sister Ram is also here, but I've made her a box. So I've got to make this. I've got to make her a box, but I made that box. There is the box that I made,
Oh, that's
Wow.
and from the anime ReZero.
Mm-hmm.
But I made that box, despite its crudeness. I made that box,
Oh no, that's impressive.
No, that's impressive.
and I've got to make her one as well. But it's got to be opposite to the sister. You see,
Nice.
because they have their hands go in the opposite directions. So I've got to make the box the same way.
Understood. We have
She's
some
the only girl
arts
without
and
a
craft
box.
majors right here on this program. So if Roz were to join us, that would be perfect, because that woman also, what she does when it comes to jewelry and collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you can see, none of my girls come out of their boxes. None of my girls come out of their boxes.
I did not have any Funko Pops because it just wasn't my thing. But now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have the miniature ones 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15. And it wasn't, they were not my thing. But someone knows. So these are the ones that I have, and everyone would figure I have 1, 2, 3 Star Wars ones. No, 4 of them. I have R2D2. I have a C3PO. I think I have a Luke Skywalker. But this is, and I have several Star Trek, of course. I have an Emperor Palpatine. But of all the ones, don't get me wrong, I love them all. But I love this one. It's a miniature one. Check it out. It's the Xenomorph from Aliens. I think that one is really cool. And
Nice.
It's a bit dusty.
Right.
I have the Xenomorph.
Yeah. You know,
It's kind of cool.
the girl you've just seen, right?
Yes.
There she is in a kimono.
Oh. Oops.
I have 3 figures in kimonos, and she's one of them. And they are kept separate from this collection. Because all my girls in kimonos are all trainee. They're not proper geisha girls. They're not the geishas.
I have a lot of action figures, especially up here behind me, and none of them are in boxes. And speaking of, no bloody A, no bloody B, no bloody C. That's him in that uniform from that episode.
Yeah.
He's wearing
USS
his dress.
Jolene.
Yeah, Scotty. Of course. Thanks, Tanya. Yeah. So we do have, I have quite a few. They're up over here. If there's an earthquake, oh, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm running out of room again. And it's stuff that and this is what I have. Now, as I show everyone, those boxes up there, that's a cardboard box. And then those are glasses, that red and white, those 2 boxes, they're like drinking glasses. And then there's another box, which you can barely see the corner. Those are up there. There's 3 cardboard boxes up there, and they're all full of collectibles, toys, and things. And then on the other far side of the office, again, way up there, and then I have so many things that, yeah, I'm fortunate. This is just the stuff I've been given in the last few years by clients and stuff. It's just unreal. It blows me away. Like the one that I have sitting right there within view, that's the Eagle Moss K7. You can clearly make it out. The space station. And the helmet for Darth Vader is sitting on top of 2 Mandalorian helmets that you can wear. And then, of course, you can see the lightsaber right there. And then you see the photo of Mando with Yoda over on the left. And I've shown the other toys. There's a Grogu there to the left of the station. And then the Tribbles are on top of my audio system. There they are, the Tribbles. So it's kind of cool. I those are just the items that I have back there. And of course I have the House of the Dragon flags. I'm going to have the UFP flag. Finally, I'm going to purchase one, and I'm going to try to get it up there, because you know where it hangs, right? The flags, they hang from, you can see them right there. There's the rails of the garage door
Yeah.
that goes up. Yeah. So it's
Well,
obvious.
out of
where
all
I'm at.
my anime stuff, I've got one plushie anime, and it's right there. And it's a very weird one because if I get this out now, 'cause
Whoever's watching this live stream, I think that we're all about nerds.
Well, we actually have quite a few people watching us.
there you go. That's the only plushie anime figure that I got.
Aw.
Oh wow.
That's Clara, and believe it or not, she's a jellyfish.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
It is a collectible weekend. We have people watching us on Twitch. We have NDB Media YouTube, and we also have NDB Media on Twitter. Folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. Sharing the love and the misery. And if you have some toys, if you'd like to join us, let me know. We'll have you on.
Toys that thou shares.
Yes. Oh, right. Oh, very good, Tanya. Yes.
Once
Man,
you
you're quick. You're quick.
share our, Twitch has made some changes, so you have to be careful what you share.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. So,
No,
yeah,
gotta
and
be
then
honest,
there's no limits on Twitter.
One day I'll have to go all through all of these and let you know what they all are. You know, all my figures, because they're my pride and joy at the moment. My anime girls.
Yeah.
In fact, surprisingly, out of all my anime girls, one of them is a guy, even though he's in a skirt.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's
you know,
Japan.
Star
What do you
Trek.
expect?
Star
It's
Trek
Japan.
admirals dressed in. They've dressed in skirts as well, so it's all good in the hood.
Yeah, I remember the dabbling of the next gen with the mini skirt,
Yeah.
the unisex. I never understood that unisex mini skirt. Really?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. The thing that I'm really starting to collect again, believe it or not, are the choose your own adventure stories.
Oh my gosh, yes, I got my
Oh,
first one this
Yeah.
year. I'd never read one before. I was like, how have you never read any of these?
I remember them.
I used to
Two
be
dice, an eraser, and a pencil. That's all you need.
Oh.
And you pick your what page, and then when you get to your
Yes.
page, it says, and away you go. Yeah, I remember them.
If the first book I saw was in the 3rd grade, I was in. Was it the 2nd grade? Well, back then we had the National Scholastic Book Club that would arrive. Yes, so you still had that as well, and you had the things. I was one of the luckiest. I do admit that my mom, my parents, whenever that thing, I could almost choose whatever I wanted. And my first book was, I couldn't believe it. I saw Choose Your Own Adventure, and it was The Third Planet from Altair. And anyone who's read the series knows that book. That one was awesome. It was a great story. And I've been hooked on them ever since. And right now, looking to my right, I received a few under the new banner that they have. So I'm going to reach for them right now. Forgive me. And they're really cool.
So I'm watching Disney Queen steer a pair of scissors around a parcel. She's doing ever so well. I do that and it all comes out all wobbly. It's not a straight line. It's me. You think, really?
Sorry.
I hate people that can do straight lines.
When you go to cyoa.com, that is the site for Choose Your Own Adventure. Now, R.A. Montgomery purchased the license. He was one of the original writers. He somehow, I believe, and you got to forgive me, he claims to be like, well, I mean, he is the owner. He passed away. I contacted R.A. Montgomery asking if he would like to be on an interview when they redid everything. They never got back to me. And he's dead now, so I'll never know
He
what
ain't
his
doing
name was. Yeah.
I guess that's a no, Roger. He ain't doing it. That's a no.
Yeah. Now, Edward Packard, who wrote the original #1 book, The Cave of Time, I was like blown away. I have that book somewhere. These are the ones that I've received in the last few months, just these few books. Now, this is, again, the new branding. So the Abominable Snowman is #1. I'm like, well, no, the original one was The Cave of Time. and the third planet from Altair was book 7. So I have these right now: The Abominable Snowman, Journey Under the Sea, Space and Beyond, The Lost Jewels. Maybe I should show the covers. I'm so sorry. That's kind of cool. There it is, The Abominable Snowman, and there's 28 different endings. Journey Under the Sea has 42 different endings. Space and Beyond has 42 as well. Then you have The Lost Jewels of Nabuti, which is 38. These are all originals. Now, this is an original book in pristine condition. The Mystery of the Maya. This was their old style. This was really neat. Lost on the Amazon. I remember that one. That one was cool. That one was originally book number 9. And then you have Forecast from Stonehenge. It's a newer version. Terror on the Titanic. I'm like, well, I guess James Cameron isn't the only one that's gone back.
Nope.
Zombie Pen Pal. There's some of the newer books. I'm going to get around to it. The Magic of the Unicorn. And then this is like the third series, or the third incarnation of the design, because this is book number 163, Shadow of the Swastika. I mean, that they got into the 200s, but this is the second style of books. The first style
Who got
was the
sprayed?
one I showed you. No, go
Ow.
ahead, Tanya. That was
Who-
this.
Ow.
So I am a fan of Choose Your Own Adventure.
I think our Disney Queen is being attacked by static electricity there.
Oh,
Damn ribbon's just getting on my nerves right now.
now I
Yeah,
also
that
have.
little stuff is a pain, isn't it? It's a real pain to use.
Bloody hell.
In addition to Choose Your Own Adventure, there used to be Find Your Fate, Twist a Plot, Time Machine, and there were others. It was incredible in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then, of course, they died away because people weren't reading books anymore. But I do collect them still. And just of the ones I'm looking at right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's another, I'll call it another 15 over there. So just right here, I have about 27, 28 books just right here right now. And I have others in boxes. I've been collecting them my entire life, just these. But with the new Choose Your Own Adventure scheme, it screws up the number scheme. But I thought Edward Packard was the creator or the intellectual germ of the Choose Your Own Adventure series. But who owns the copyright? R.A.
Yeah.
Montgomery. So you can write whatever you want, I suppose.
Very true.
So if you look it up on Wikipedia, there's history about Choose Your Own Adventure. It's really good stuff. So one of the ideas that I had that I wanted to do this year before I just got exhausted and just couldn't do anything else is we're going to do a monthly story like that, where I'm going to write the story, read it to the audience, and then we're going to give you the options of voting which way you want to go. So it's going to be a novella
That's-
type thing.
That's a difficult thing to do, Roger.
Yes, it
Yes,
is. But
You-
we're going to do it.
He'll make it work.
Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. And it's something that
Yeah.
I wanted to do. Now, you also know that we're going to be doing the game show stuff like Family Feud on air because of the number
No,
of
I
boxes that we
must have
have.
missed that. I must have missed that episode.
No, we're going to no, we're going to be doing it moving forward. We want to do a match game. We want to do our own version of Trivial, not necessarily Trivial Pursuit, but I'm gonna host a Choose Your Own Adventure mystery party as well on air.
I
Yes.
Please.
So look, I already have the one to host. Oh, there it is. Let me reach for it right now.
He abandoned us.
Again.
Yeah.
Evil Power Master.
I mean, shocker.
Yeah, well, exactly. Weird guy. He's a weird guy, you know. You just gotta get used to him, like, you know. Such a
Sorry
weird,
about that.
such a weird individual. He comes and he goes, and you know.
Sorry. This is a cooperative adventure-based game. I'm trying to figure out how we can do it on air, but I want to do this. And it's designed for, it's a cooperative adventure game. And I have this one. They also have the House of Danger, and this is something that I want to do this upcoming year. I think it would be kind of fun, and it's choose your own adventure type stuff.
Cool.
And,
That'd be an interesting proposition, wouldn't it?
Different things that we're going to be doing on the network. So there's a game board that's here for the choose your own adventure mystery of or war with the evil power master. So we'll see. There's a storyteller in me. There always has been. And I've been wanting to do stuff like this for a long time. And moving forward, we had plans.
You
So,
have plans.
I'm like the
really?
Cylons of Battlestar Galactica. We have a plan.
No, you don't. No, you don't. See, there's the adventure books that we had over here.
Outpit.
Yeah, there were a whole range of these books, and you got all the monsters, and you had to read. It tells you all the different monsters that you have to fight, and their strengths and their weaknesses.
Oh,
And that's what I've got a whole stream of these as well.
Were they popular?
Yeah, fighting fantasies. They were very popular. I mean, Steve Jackson, Ian Livingstone were the people that they followed along in the Dungeons and Dragons type genre. So, you had Life Stealers, Ice Demons, Hobgoblins, Gremlins, Genies, the Fishmen, Black Dragons, Golden Dragons. You name it, we had the lot.
Wow.
Okay, we got the Disney Queen rapping, and obviously the Morning Dude's now got something. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's nice paper.
Yeah. I'm wondering what's in the box lunch bag behind her. It says box lunch. I'm wondering what's in the box lunch.
Oh, that was 2 of the presents.
Okay.
Well,
I thought it was
3. Yeah, 3.
She can reveal what she's doing. She cannot reveal what. Yeah.
What they're doing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it might have been I thought she might have been out and got herself, some food, and there was food in the bag, and she was going to be snuffling it when she.
No, Box Lunch is actually a really cool store where the sales from any purchase, parts of the money goes towards helping children who are hungry.
Oh, I see.
And they have like a lot of anime stuff, a lot of Star Wars, Disney, Harry Potter. So I like going there to buy like all the collectibles.
Don't say anime, because I'll be giving you a damn list and saying, if you can find these, get them over here.
Yeah,
I've just been on at one of the anime company film companies, MVM. They're saying about they're re-releasing certain anime. And I went round and I got hold of one of my anime. Said, look, are you ever going to release a copy of this anime? Because I'm damned if I can get it anymore. So they haven't responded, unfortunately.
Oh.
But it's an anime that is rather dear to my heart, because it was the second anime I ever watched. But it's a lot of what happens in it I can relate to. A lot of what happens in it I can see and think, yeah, I was there. I did that. I was the stupid idiot that thought, yeah, believe that one. No, seriously, you go down the line and you think, do I listen to this idiot? Do I follow this? And yes, I did. The only difference was I wasn't a school kid when I did it, so I was lucky.
I'm going to take a quick moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is Talk Shop on Sunday morning with the NDB Media Gang. It is Sorry, December
July?
17th. I guess I yeah, morning. It is December
Tanya,
17th,
you're doing
2023.
Christmas in July already, girl.
I don't know where the July came from. I must have seen it somewhere on screen but no, I can't see anything that says July. So I don't know why it was there. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. It is Sunday morning out here in America and Sunday afternoon out there in the United Kingdom. Thank you for joining us. Of course, that's Anime Girl, that's Ice Queen, and you know who this annoying voice is. So thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us or your Sunday with us. I know we're definitely going to be going on still for at least till about 9 o'clock. So we still have about an hour and 15 minutes. I do need to take a quick minute. I'm going to go off screen. So, Anime Girl, I'm going to ask you to continue. I am running 45 minutes behind on my. Yeah, see, I'm getting flashed, and not the way I want to get flashed because I got to take my medication. So, I'm going to take a quick moment.
You're gonna go take your go faster pills, right?
Amongst others.
Well, you go get your go faster pills, and me and Disney Queen will find something to discuss.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will.
Oh, of course. And again, I apologize for the noise in the background, folks. All kidding aside, that is the stuff. I am running a bit behind. I'll be right back. And you know what? I've got to come up with an intermission, folks. I have to so that we can take a break in between. But I haven't done that yet, and I apologize, and nor has Richard. But anyway, I'll be right back.
So, see, there you go. It's me and thee, girl. What are we going to do? What are we talking about?
He put the damn Yankees logo to piss me off.
Yeah. I'm sure he does that on purpose for piss a lot of people off.
Yeah. I'm like, hell, man. What the hell?
Yeah. You know the sweatshirt you got on? You know your Mickey Mouse sweatshirt you got on? The Tesco shop that I shop in, they've got one similar, but it's in cream and it's got Mickey and Minnie on for the 25 years.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, is it 50 years? Something like that. It's in cream color though, because I saw it the other day and I thought, oh, I could buy that and wear it on the show. And then I thought, no, because I can guarantee you, Disney Queen will see that and say, where the hell did you get that?
Well, I know in the UK they have a store called Primark.
Yep.
And now we have one.
We got one just about 12 miles away from where I am right now.
I swear that store is the devil.
Really?
Oh my God, the stuff that they have there.
Yeah.
I just want to shop. That's all I want to do. And then I'm like, budget girl. You have a budget.
Yeah. Strange. You walk into a shop, you think, I'm only going to spend $20 on a blouse or something, and that's it. $20, and then you see something and you think, hey, I like that, and you pick it up and you think, yeah, fits, cool, cute. Then you look at the price and you go, $30. Damn it, budget out the window,
Target does it to me every time. Or like, could have sworn I had more money than that.
Yeah, you sort of sit there and go, did I? Then you got to go through everything and you think, never done yet. Oh, damn, I know where it all went. Yeah, I do that quite regularly. I see something and I go, yay! And then I get back home and I go, no.
Yeah. So are you going to be celebrating the holidays?
Hey?
Are you going to be celebrating the holidays or no?
No. Just me and Mum. I'm doing Christmas dinner. That's it. Present-wise, my presents are gone down the plug hole because they won't arrive in time, and I haven't got a clue what to get my mother because she's blind and can't walk and has Alzheimer's. I have no idea what to get her. So.
I have a friend whose mom had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
She ended up doing was wrapping picture frames that are on the wall, and her mom would have fun unwrapping that. And she was like, for her, that was like the best thing that she could do for her mom.
Yeah. About the only thing I could do for my mum would be go up to the hairdressers and pay for 2 more visits to the hairdressers. That would be for her. She,
Mhm.
that means she wouldn't have to find the money for that. It was already paid for.
There you go.
Yeah.
I-
I did do one for her when she was having acupuncture. I did 6 months for acupuncture for her.
You know, a lot of people swear by that.
Mum did when she was having it. Mum swore, it was the best thing going. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, the person that was doing the acupuncture ended up getting cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. She's still around. She's still with us, but she doesn't practice anymore. Obviously, because of the illness, she stepped back. Unfortunately, so.
Oh, who's in the lead in the NFL thing?
Philly special.
Are you?
He is. He's out there. He's gone, and I think Speedy, or the Tortoise as they now have wonderfully christened him, he's about 46 games behind. I just checked the scores. I'm 1-2. Out of the 3 that was played yesterday, I lost 2 and won 1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I lost out. I lucked out on both the Steelers and the bloody Vikings. They let me down. God damn it. And the only ones that came through for me were the Lions, the Detroit Lions.
But it looks like Aaron Rodgers is coming back next week.
You're kidding, right?
Nope.
So the Jets will be flying high again, will they? You reckon?
Nah.
I can't see the sense of him coming back, to be honest. I mean,
This
he
is
may
like-
as well just sit on the sidelines till next season.
Yeah, because why risk injury again? He's going to come back. He's going to re-injure something else, and then he's going to be out again. You
Well,
might
yeah. Now you tell me if he comes back next week, the team that they're playing, they're not going to have a look and think, take him down.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him and take him down. They ain't going to muck about.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But this is why the Jets only have 1 Super Bowl. Because they're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's true. That's true. Who are they playing next week? Do we know?
No, I have no idea. Once I heard that, I was like, that he was coming back, I was like, well, that'll be a game to watch again. He'll be out again in the
Oh, hang on. 24th of December. You never guess who the Jets are playing.
Who?
The Commodes. Sorry, the Commanders.
Right.
So they're playing the Commodes. Oh my God. My lot's got Miami Dolphins. That's all I need for that. That's we're getting an arse kicking there, I'm telling you.
Oh
Well, who's playing? Who are the Eagles playing? Oh, the Eagles are playing Christmas Day. Oh, they're playing your lot, the Giants.
Who plays a football game on freaking Christmas Day?
That's what
Honestly.
it says. Well, it's probably Christmas Day over here. Probably be 24th over there.
Oh, okay.
Probably. But yeah, the Jets next lot are the Commanders.
I want to see how the football game is going to be in Brazil next year.
Really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be playing in Brazil, which I was like, why Brazil of all places? But honestly, I think it's kind of good because then you have like all these countries that do all these different stadiums for the Olympics and what have you, and it gives them a place to play.
Yeah.
Tangerines are the ones in the bag, or that's your lunch?
No, you could have one of the tangerines in the bag.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Yes, you can have a tangerine in the bag. My
Sister? Am I
So-
right? That's a sister there?
No, my mother.
Oh, your mother. Okay.
My parents
Oh.
are here for my great aunt's funeral.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
That's, yeah.
Apologize.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
I went out and I took the medication, and when I was taking it, I said, I better brew another quick cup, and I did. And then I
That's-
realized that the woman who is still legally married to me had prepared 3 sandwiches yesterday, and I only finished 2 of them, and I left one overnight in the refrigerator, and I said, I better get it and finish it right now. So if I do go to blank screen again, I do apologize. But yeah, 'cause I hate it when the tomato starts to get all,
Yeah.
And fortunately, it's not. It's still, it's not frozen or anything. But yeah, that's the one thing about a sandwich. When you put in the tomato in the morning, and by the time you have it, there's
Oh,
nothing
soggy.
left. Yeah, there's nothing left. But other people would say, because you put the tomato in another package. I'm like, oh, if only.
Yeah, if only. No, we were checking out who the Jets were playing next week.
Oh, and who are they playing next week?
They're playing the Commodes next week. The Commanders.
No, I got that. Thank you. Yes.
Well, it was the look of blank, the blank look that went across the
It's
face.
because
I
I
thought,
was heading over to the screen to take a look at it, so that's why it looked
Yeah.
that way. But smooth.
Yeah, because Rogers is supposed to come back next week. Why is beyond me.
I guess they believe they have a chance at the playoffs.
They haven't got a shot in hell. They're not going nowhere.
No, they don't.
Never won since 1969.
yeah, I mean, the Cowboys have got the Dolphins. And believe it or not, it's the Eagles against the Giants next week, too.
Freaking
So there you go. Chiefs have got the Raiders. Oh, I know who I'm going to pick on that game.
You're going with the Chiefs.
Oh, you damn right. Damn right on that one.
She didn't even.
Yeah, I mean, we got what? Saints against Rams. Yeah, that could be a toss-up.
I'm sorry. What?
That's
Saints?
already been. That's already been and gone. Yeah, Bills Chargers. What? I'm 0 for 2 already, Roger. I've tried and looked. I'm 2 down, 1 up.
I think I went 3-0 yesterday.
No, the Colts and the,
Yeah, I
and the
think I might be
Bungles.
4-0 already, actually, this week.
Colts and Bungles lost for me, but
Oh, you went with the Colts?
thankfully, the Detroit Lions come through for me. So,
Oh,
yay.
you know what? Then I may not have done well. That's funny.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look.
Not that we're in competition or anything.
No.
No, of course not.
No, you've done quite well. You got the bungholes. You went for the bungholes. And God damn it, you went for the
I
Colts
did. I'm
too.
so far 4-0 this week.
So that's 2. And you went for the Lions, so that's 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I won the Raider game on the night as well. So I'm 4-0 so far. But I'm not the only 4-0.
Yeah, you done the Raiders game. I hate you.
Morning.
Yeah. How you doing? Yeah.
I must be at home or at work.
Yeah. Damn it. All I've gone so far, I mean, I lost out with the bloody Chargers. I've lost out with the Vikings. I've lost out with the sister. Who the hell's picking these teams?
What is amazing is on this is, look, when it comes down to it, I don't pretend to even know that much of football. I don't. But I go with the numbers, the statistics, and I use the comparables. I don't use the gambling aspect because, again, it's still above me or beyond me. But it's in my world, the numbers are everything. So I remember sometime I was trying to prove a point, and a supervisor at work said, Rogers, numbers never lie, but liars use numbers. And I was in the meeting. I'm like, Score! Yes. I mean, what was that supposed to sting?
Yeah, you're supposed to be nice on that, but you
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry. Let me go sulk in the corner because you may have implied that I'm using numbers to my advantage. Duh! I'm a tax preparer, you dumbass. Excuse. I probably shouldn't have said it that loudly, but
Yeah, but there you go.
I always kid around when it comes to that. Uh,
What I
one of
want
my
to know though,
favorite.
Roger, what
I'm
I want
sorry.
to know is on the page,
Yes.
right? On the NFL page that we did.
Yeah.
Why is there a smiley face on the Browns?
On the Browns?
Yeah. Go look for the baby shits, and you got
Oh, you know what? It's because of the way it showed up. That's funny. Remember, because you use the two dots and the parenthesis, and
yeah.
it'll give you a smiley face. So obviously, the way we did that, it
You got a
translates.
smiley face.
Yes,
That's what
that's
looked at.
why
I thought, why the hell he put a smiley face there?
I didn't, but it's the way it's interpreting it. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's cool, but never mind.
I just saw that one right now. Oh, that whole thing with Speedy. Oh my
Oh,
God, Tortuga.
yeah.
Did you
Oh,
love the way I was going wild with it? Oh, Ice Queen, I was annoying. Our most gentle soul, Speedy,
Why would you torment that poor fool?
because someone else made up the name and I loved it. Le Tortuga. And they call him Tortuga, as you know what that is, because it just takes him forever to choose his picks. And I do admit it does.
yeah.
And the big dog's always after him for it. And they kid about having a staff meeting. They admitted it on air. They just made that up. They're like they're gonna call him Tortuga now, the turtle. So I saw Tortuga and I just anime girl. I annoyingly went with it all day. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
I got under his skin, but because Matt and I've
He's
known
Matt.
each other for a long time,
Hmm.
he kind of like, okay, this better not
He
go
bit his
beyond
bottom
today.
lip and took it.
Oh my God, Tanya, you would have died laughing near the end of the program. He actually said, okay, can I change my name back now? Remember that? Oh, I died laughing. I mean, that's how naive and cool Matt is. Okay, teacher,
Yeah. Can
can
I
I
have my
remove
name
the
back
cap?
now, please? Yeah.
Oh my God, I died laughing. I was like, poor Matt. But no, Le Tortuga. I'm not gonna let that go.
How about you? Yeah, but you see, if you check on here,
What do you
on
do?
the Vikings, on the Steelers, and surprise, surprise, on the Lions, he's down as Speedy. On those 3 games, he's down as Speedy.
Where at the very end?
Tortuga. Right, look on the Viking Bengals game.
Oh,
Big Dog, Speedy. On the Steelers Colts game, it's Philly Special.
oh,
Speedy.
well, look at who updated it. It's in
Yeah.
lowercase letters.
Exactly.
So
And
that
then
was
you've
Big
got
Dog.
and then you've got the Broncos Lions, it's Speedy. After Big Dog, Speedy, and Engineer. And Engineer's in lowercase as well.
Yeah, that means Engineer updated the games.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
He didn't get his picks in for the first 2 on Saturday. Oh, anyway. Look, we've been doing this for 15 years on Sports Talk with the guys. It's just something that we've been able to do, and it's just something that we do. And it's really fun. It doesn't mean anything other than what we're doing. I suppose it's bragging rights at the end of the year. And yes, Tony is doing very well this year.
Can we get rid of him?
No.
Oh, he gets upset occasionally, Tony, because I've started calling him Dodo Boy, you see, because he hates that.
From
Hey,
the
yeah,
Eagle.
Dodo Boy. Hey?
That is so subtle, and I like it.
Yeah. He sits there and he has to sit and think about it, you know. How we doing, Dodo Boy? And he sort of sits so much to say, I'll get you back, get you, bitch.
Oh, he's actually a nice guy. I
yeah,
don't even
yeah.
think.
So he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I got to give him that.
Yeah, he really is. And having him giving the commentary.
Really?
Look, yeah, yeah. Well, look, we all have our faults, right?
Yeah.
The minute yeah, I know. Sorry, we you cut you off. When I went to the blank screen when I left and I saw it was the Yankees there, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was mentioned. That was mentioned.
Oh, and I'm like, all right, forget it. I was thinking of changing it out of respect, yeah, something, out of something for
Yeah,
Tanya, but I was
well,
like, screw it.
yeah. The exact comment used was, "The damn Yankees is there just to piss me off." So that was the
And
comment that
it
was
was
used.
funny because it was not because that was from yesterday, but my thing was, screw it.
How can you say that against the Disney Queen? You're not supposed to say that.
Everyone laughs because no one challenges me or will flat out put me down quicker than Tanya will when it comes to the Yankees, straight up. And everyone gets a kick out of it. And I just don't engage people anyway. And when she does, I'm just like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. I'm muttering. Well, it really happened. You were there, Anime Girl, where Tanya was having the best day. She was making fun of me, Yankees, and everyone else. She takes pot shots at everyone, and she left. And for the first time, I was like, all right, well, I've had it with this shit. Tanya and her met, blah, 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 blah. And I went on for about 2 minutes, and then Tanya came back, and I was like, oh, hey, what up, Tanya? And
Yeah, I
no one
remember that.
sold my ass out, though. That was the funny thing. No, I think everyone was dying laughing
Oh,
because the first time
unbelievable.
I mouthed off, she came back 2 minutes later. I was like, oh, hey, what up, girl?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I mean,
Oh, my God. And
talk
I
about
was like,
talk about living it large when you weren't there, Tanya. And as soon as you appeared back in the scene, that was it. I'm in the corner, shut my mouth. How you doing? It was.
but I did tell Tanya after the fact. I said, Tanya, I was talking shit about you. I remember her reaction. I think she was surprised. She was like, all right, I'm going to have to go take a look. I don't know if she did, but I remember you did.
Uh-huh.
It was funny, though, right? I mean, it was. But there was another time that someone else was talking shit. And I sent a message to Tanya. Hey, Tanya, they're talking shit. And she showed up like about 4 minutes later. I was like, huh? That was funny. Oh, my God. Oh, Big Dog. It was Big Dog.
He always does.
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna learn your lesson.
You see, but the Big Dog he has this image of being this big, cuddly, little furry pet. Like, yeah, whatever.
No, he doesn't. Not with me, he doesn't.
No.
I know.
Yeah, you know what? He'll engage you a lot more straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he quite knows how to take me when I suddenly turn around and say, "Hey, Fleabag, what you doing?"
That was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that throws him a loop then, because he thinks, well, how do I handle the Brit? Do I go back at her, or do I just roll over and take it, or what? Rogers learned through the years how to handle, but Big Dog's still plodding along in the dark.
Well, yesterday there was an incredibly uncomfortable moment on air where we went at each other, and I could, out of the corner of my eye, I could see everyone else on screen. They're like, oh God, are they really doing this? I was like, Elizabeth was the only one that knew because she caught me. She was in the green room about 5 minutes before, and I'm over here, at about 5:55 practicing the expected engagement, and she thought I was talking to someone.
Uh-huh.
And it was funny because I'm over here, doing the stuff and whatever, and then out of the corner of my eye, I was like, oh shit. And I turned around and she was there in the green room, and I'm like, oh my God. And I put the headset. I'm like, I'm sorry, Liz. I was practicing a conversation. Oh my God. I thought you had an earbud. I thought you were talking to someone. Yeah, me practicing the conversation. So I didn't tell her anything other than that. So when the event happened, I sent a message in the private chat. I said, yeah, know what I was warming up for now. It was funny.
Well, I know at least one of the other presenters was rather upset by it all.
Who is the other?
No names, no pack drill, but that's why when the stream finished, they were gone. They were click off.
They were all gone.
Yeah, but this particular one, because I messaged them and I said, "You all right?" And she went, "No." Got upset between Roger and Big Dog. Didn't like it.
Well, now I got to go back and watch what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it was an interesting proposition. I actually turned around and said, if you two girls want to have a handbag fight at 10 paces, I'll referee. But all that Roger said was
Sure, go ahead.
Owen. Wait,
Who? Send it to me in private chat. Who was it?
really? You want to
Yes.
know?
Who was the one? Because there's only so many that was with us. I just don't remember right now because I'm just. Oh, okay. I've known her for a long time, so it's all right. But she doesn't stick around all the time anyway. So
No, but she was particularly not happy yesterday for some reason. She just didn't take it to. What the hell is that?
it's a.
Oh,
The Mickey Mouse.
I thought you were. I was going to say a rat dog because of it was barking. The minute you said, "What the hell is that?" I was about to say, "Oh, the dog must be awake." And then
No,
when Tanya was like, "Oh, here," I was like, "Oh, that was not directed to me."
But it's funny. You talk about noise in the background and all this. I never hear anything.
Oh, I hear it occasionally, but
Yeah.
I never hear it.
my problem is occasionally one of my phones will go off and they all sit there going.
Oh, it's yours that sounds like pixie dust being sprinkled.
Yeah, it's me that's doing the sprinkles.
Yeah. So, what are you doing now, Tanya?
I'm decorating the Minnie
Oh,
Mouse.
that dumbass.
I'm using
guy.
like these little silver sparkles.
Yeah, immediately out of sight, out of mind. So it's always all about me. And I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing now?" And when you only just showed us what you were doing. I went crazy yesterday. I'm not, schlepping for them or whatever. But when we went to the market, because I was running errands, I picked up the kosher baby dills. And this was full yesterday. I think there's 3 left. And I think that before the program is over today, I'm going to have these right now. I will. When I was younger, I could easily drink the stuff, but I'm like, oh, bleh, no more.
Yeah, I think that's me.
Oh. When does that happen?
When I get a
Oh,
text
to your
message.
phone.
Yeah, that's a text message on my phone. That'll
Oh
come
my
up.
goodness, you have a phonosaurus.
No, I have 2 phonosauruses.
For the love of God, you really live in the early 2000s.
That's the late 90s. What are you talking about?
Well, it was rather common at that time. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
He's
I
like, he's
know.
trying to figure out if he's impressed. He's like, am I impressed or am I concerned?
Or am I confused?
I look, the technology is sound. There's no doubt about it. But I had a coworker who had one of those phones. One of those. He had one as well. He was one of you.
One of those Luddites.
Oh, very good. Yes. Luddite.
One of
Yes.
those Luddites. Everybody says
Yeah.
at work to me, why don't you get a smartphone? And I turn around and say, well, what the hell do I need a smartphone for? All I need it to do is
Yes.
ring somebody or text somebody. I don't need it to tell me where the hell I'm going, where the hell I've been, or what the hell I'm going to eat. I just need a damn phone. All these little apps you've got on the phone, nah, don't mean nothing to me.
I did tell my coworker the very same one. I said, look, not having a smartphone, I envy you. I remember what it was like vaguely. I'm not having that digital leash on all the time.
Yeah.
Now I get messages from my employer and I'm like, I'm on leave right now. Do I get paid for that now? Because I'm not accepting those.
Mm,
So I still get the messages. I'm like, okay. So I redo my timesheets, and I had to read these messages. And the answer was, well, it doesn't work that way. I said, well, yeah, it does. You're sending me messages ready to work on my phone, and I'm not there. So, yeah, I have to pay for text services now. Text. So I'm sorry. So reimburse me or pay me.
or just leave me the bloody hell alone.
That was the obvious choice. You would think, but when you're talking to engineers, it's either A or B. There is no C.
Mm,
Oh, that's right. No bloody A, no bloody B, no bloody C or bloody D. That's right. We're engineers. So it should be. So I forgot the fork. So I'm going to have to reach in there for the cucumbers. That's why I will not be drinking the liquid. But it's good. I know I discussed it, Tanya, when I said, "Oh yeah, when I was younger, I used to drink the the stuff," and I thought about it
Really?
myself. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, I love I love pickles. I do.
I love pickles too, but not the juice.
Well, like I
Oh,
said, when I was younger, I was stupid. Well, no, that hasn't changed.
I will say I had a pickle milkshake. A pickle shake. Yeah. It tasted fine when I first tried it, but the more I drank it, the more I was like, oh, this is disgusting. My husband, when he first tried it, he hated it. But the more he drank it, the more he liked it. I was like, oh, okay. This took a different spin.
Yeah, it works that way for some people. Me, it's just no.
Wow.
It don't work that way at all. No way. No
I think
how.
we just lost the audience when I mentioned pickles. I think our
I'm not,
numbers just
I'm
went
not
down.
surprised. I mean, you know.
I don't know why. Good. Well,
Yeah, look, I'm having, and I have an army stomach. Well, I used to have. Actually, I think I still have the army stomach. Where remember in the Latin world, we couldn't have certain things. Like they say, oh, but you're having hot food, you can't have ice cream, or you're drinking milk, you can't have lemons,
what?
stuff like that. Oh yeah, in some
I've
parts of the Latin world, yeah, it's like it doesn't go well. That I would tell them that's witchcraft. As a
never.
matter of, as a matter of fact, that woman who is still legally married to me, when she's a small town, even though she's from Tijuana, she lived in the country for a while, so small town girl, and she has these beliefs that the one that really was like, do I have a return policy still in effect? When our youngest or our oldest was not even a year old, do you guys remember those pans that they would give out in the hospitals where they would put the ice or they would use to clean whatever? Those like pans, those dishes, whatever. And there was water in there one day, and my wife freaked out because she was, oh my God. She picked up Ariel and ran to the room and said, what the hell's going on? She goes, well, the water. You know, and I'm like, well, what about the water? Well, that big thing, it could have captured Ariel's soul. At which point I called my cousin and I said, do I get a return policy? Do I have an exchange policy at the very least?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That wasn't the only one. The other one was in the middle 90s. Remember, Tanya, when the chupacabra
Oh,
was
yep.
coming into the existence, but then it showed up in Texas?
Yep.
Okay, we're watching the news, and it was in Spanish, of course. And when they told the story of the chupacabra, and they finished the story, my wife put her head down. She goes, oh my God, it's in Texas now. And I'm like, oh my God, that was my reaction. I'm like, damn, that's what happens. Did you guys see the movie with Matthew Perry? Sadly, Fools Rush In.
Yeah.
Okay, remember the scene where they're on the date and they're with the couple, and then they're like, "Oh, well, I live in New York. Well, I live in Las Vegas." And then the girl says, "Yeah, that's usually second date stuff." in some ways, the same thing could have applied to me, where it's like, oh, you would eventually have learned that before you got married. Yeah.
Yep, we should have done. Yeah, we were discussing Fluffy yesterday as well, Tanya.
Fluffy.
The
Oh,
comedian.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
You recently discovered him, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. First one I ever watched of him was How to Distinguish Latinos. You know, how you tell a Mexican from a Puerto Rican from a Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
By the way they talk and by what they drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree to that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Mexicans, when they talk, they draw it out like they've got all day. Puerto Ricans are on a time frame, and the Cubans
Yes.
are just
Mexicans
right
also,
aboard.
they're a bunch of munchkins.
And you can tell of the Mexicans when you're from the capital city, and I
Mhm.
kind of commented, you sing your dialogue. I always refer to it as singing your dialogue, that they end the sentence in a musical cadence where, hola, way. I forget how to say it. But, all right, you see, she knows that when, and in Spanish, it's son de DF, right? El Distrito Federal, the federal district. When you are from Mexico City, you have this, you finish it off almost in a musical cadence. It's really funny. You can tell who's from the capital and who's not.
And if to tell if you're from the Dominican Republic, they speak very, very fast and they don't make sense.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're all from the capital.
Wow.
Other parts of Dominican Republic, no, pero yo soy de. I'm like, okay.
The Cubans cut off every letter, the last remaining letters.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so that's how you also know. They like if there's an S on the end, they like eat that letter. So that's another way that you can tell Cubans. Otherwise, realistically, the only ones that stand out would be the Venezuelans, because everything you just said about them, they're on steroids. It's like a combination of everything. And because they believe they're the heirs of the Simon Bolivar revolution.
Right.
You know, there's that air. And I'm like, yeah, how's that socialist program going for you guys?
Yeah, I believe they got a slight disagreement with one of their neighbors, haven't they?
By the way, that's some serious stuff that I guess they're going to invade or something.
Well,
It's like, what do you do
they-
when your country's going to pot? Go
Yeah.
nationalist,
Exactly.
territory, territorial expansion.
Yeah, but apparently they've agreed to not resort to arms, not resort to violence, just not resort to armed conflict. Could be an interesting proposition.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, forgive me, folks. I've been disgusting, but I'm going to finish off my last cucumber. So I down those 1 pint, 8 ounces. Oh no, 24 flow ounces. Yeah, sorry. I finished that in less than 24 hours. Damn. Forgive me. I'm
I'm
gonna
sure
have
Tell me something.
my last
Do
baby deal right now.
you suffer from a bad attack of wind by any chance? By eating all that crap?
These are pickles.
Yeah, I know. You ever stand downwind of people that eat pickles? You know they're there.
Okay. I
Really?
no, I don't get that from
I've
pickles.
never heard of that.
I've
Yeah.
never heard that either.
Yeah, you
It
stand
must
downwind.
be, it must be
Yeah.
your constitution across
Yeah,
the
I don't know about
pond.
your constitution, man. Anybody that's been eating pickles, you downwind of them and they go, huh? You think, oh, your nose hairs
No.
get burned.
Now, what I'm starting to detect is when I go to certain restaurants, there's a certain type of coffee that I'm starting to identify that I did make someone laugh. They actually heard. And I had quite a bit of coffee, and apparently it was messing with my indigestion. And unfortunately, it was going to break wind, but it was the kind that's like, oh my God. And it's not that little one. It's the one that's going to be the machine gun type. And there were veterans all around me. And I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here. Because they're going to have flashbacks and they're going to think I'm Charlie. And they're going to, I know, I'm sorry. I'm messing with the veterans. But I look, it's real. It did happen. I had to get the hell out of there because I'm, oh my God, they're all gonna freak out on me and they're gonna kill me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So I am having trouble at certain places with certain coffees, and I'm trying to identify it. But that I did comment to someone. One of the guys sitting at the diner actually chuckled because I'm like, holy shit, it's gonna sound like a machine gun right now. I gotta get out of here. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I was in a restaurant when that happened to a friend of mine. We all sat around. It was like a Christmas dinner or something we were having, works dinner, and they just sat opposite and they went, "Uh oh." We went, "Uh oh, what?" And all we heard was this. And that was it. Everybody around the table all sat there and went, "Really?" At the table, really? It was a case of by the time he stood up to go, it was too late. All the way.
And for me, sadly, it's like, and I've said out loud, I actually, Anime Girl, I've said it on Saturday mornings where I might burp, right? And I'm like, how the hell does one get gas from coffee? I have said that, yes.
Yeah.
So
How
as
the
a
hell
bit
do
of
you
a
do that?
joke, it is real. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you got to gamble which way it's going to go.
And the funny thing is, I was great yesterday. I'm great now. It's a certain type of coffee, and it's usually from it could be AMP, no shot against AMPM, or it could be 7-Eleven coffee. I don't know because when I get in the mornings, I've had coffee from somewhere, and I just haven't been able to identify it yet. So I'm going to be taking notes. Okay, all right, 2 hours? No, we're good. 4 hours? No, we're okay. So it's not that one. So I'm gonna have to do the flow chart, or not the flow chart, but the Excel spreadsheet, and I want to see the colors of that spreadsheet. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's real. There's
You
a
just got a
particular coffee.
smellometer somewhere. That's what you need.
No, thank goodness, thank goodness. There was another joke about a restaurant. I had it, but as my age progresses, it goes away. It was funny. It was another restaurant story I was going to share, but yeah, it wasn't a restaurant story, but this is respectful, and I think Tanya will love this one because it's Yankees were involved. So I went to a service for a coworker. Her dad passed away, and he was a former Marine, and I had my USS Iowa cap, and this was at the VFW, and I showed up, and sure enough, I was getting a lot of dirty looks. People were worried for two things: is it stolen valor? That this guy's showing up with a USS Iowa cap, or because I was a bit on the, they're like, well, he might have been on the Iowa, or he's just, whatever. But they're all Marines. I had a Navy cap, so I was being glared at by Marines.
Yeah.
So Melissa and her husband, were very kind. They actually came over to sit with me. I'm like, but your family and everything. Oh no, 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 no. We're so we were enjoying the meal, and I told them I should have brought my Yankee cap instead because this USS Iowa cap, I think these guys want to, whatever. And like, oh no, man, he was a Cincinnati Reds, and they're all Reds fans. I'm like, oh fuck the Reds fans. I'm just sorry, but I really said I'm not afraid of a stupid Reds fan. Come on, bring them on. Yeah, but these guys are trained to kill. And if it's the Iowa cap that's getting on their nerves, I will remove the Iowa cap. They will not beat me up for a Yankee cap. So they actually laughed, and unfortunately, a lot of other people did here. And they started talking to me, these guys, because I just said, I'm a tour guide in training for the USS Iowa. So it changed the whole thing. But I know they laughed when this. The Reds fans, I'll take them. You're idiots anyway.
Oh my
So that's the story I wanted to tell right now. Oh, how you doing, young lady? Yeah, you've been down there for a little while. You gotta move more often, yes.
That's the problem. You sit down on the floor too long, you get old
different. I don't even try that one anymore. There's a joke that for older people, right? Say the reason why we don't, do like what Tanya does, is because there's never what's plan B? How do you get up? There is no plan B. It's like you're down
Yeah.
there, you're effed.
That's it. You're down there. That's it. The only way of getting up is you roll backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Roll back. Bing. Then you roll to one side. That's it.
Yep.
It's like when you get out of bed first thing in the morning, you swing out of bed and you sit up and you think, whoa.
Yeah.
Let the brain catch up. Oh, there we go.
I've gotten out of bed. So yeah, I just like get up and I'm like, oh, the room's spinning. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. You sit there and you think, yep, brain's caught up with the head. Let's move now. The problem is when you do that and you got to go to the restroom, and you're up and you think, I got to, oh, Jesus Christ. And you sit there and your legs are crossed, you think, no, please don't,
Actually, I have difficulty getting up now because of the cat that we've adopted. Husker for Commander Dama. It was a boy, but it turns out it was female. So we kept the name. Well, Husker has now accustomed, and I did tell Maggie the other day, I said, I have some bad news for you. Like, what? I said, that cat is not Giselle's. It's not mine. It's your cat. Because that cat stays with you overnight. In the room that she's in, on one of the chairs, the cat will go up on the chair and will stay there, or will stay next to her. But now recently, she finally crossed the barrier because when we lost Orion, the cat, you guys remember what happened this summer. So she would not go into my room because Orion would spend time there. And I made a box for him. And she spent months looking for him. I know she did. Because she would not go into his box. But now in the last week, she does now go in. She finally crossed that line in her mind, I suppose. And she'll stay in the box. And there's another box. It's an Amazon box that he would go into and play, and she will not go into that box.
Is that the that my cards came in?
No. No, this is just an older box, and it's on the dresser drawer. Well, no, not the dresser drawer because that's the bigger one. It's the lower one. I just had a box there, and I'm into inanimate objects, so I'm holding on to that box because he was in there, and he would stay in there. So now she spends time in the box, or she now jumps up on the bed, and she will curl up at the bottom, either on top of one of my legs or whatever, so I can't get up now. I'm like, this is not right. It's like if I move this cat, now I'm disturbing the poor cat. So I don't know if it's the impetus of having the cat, but now I make it through all night. But she is spending time with me, and she's growing accustomed to being an indoor cat. And like she's already out now. She'll be out all day. And then around 9 or 10 o'clock, I will call out to her. It takes about 2 minutes. Wherever she is, she'll make it. Because I was a bit scared because the coyotes come up around 2 or 3 in the morning. And something happened a week and a half ago. We lost another cat. Her name was Momo. She had a black mark on her lip. It looked like Groucho Marx. And it was on a Monday morning. I went out and I saw what was left. And I knew which cat it was. I'm like, oh, we had that cat for about 4 or 5 years. And I think the other cats witnessed what happened because they disappeared for days. So my cat, who's becoming dumb now because she's an indoor cat, she goes out. But when I would go out of the house at 1 a.m, I would call out to her, and about 2 minutes later, she'd show up at the door, and I'd let her in. I said, go in. Because if she's getting accustomed to being indoors, that survival mode deadens,
Yeah.
And if she's waiting outside the door for me to open the door, that's exactly what happened to our real dumb cat, Orion. He waited outside the door expecting to be opened, and it was never opened. So that's the one that crushed me this summer. That one really did.
Yeah.
He was a good boy.
It did take you a little while to get over that one, I'll be honest.
I don't know if I am. He was a good boy.
Understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. He was a good boy. He was the one that I put photos on that I took him, and he was so well behaved when I took him to go see Maggie when she was hospitalized. Not to the hospital, but to the the rehabilitation center, and everyone was stunned as to how she left him when he was still a baby. I mean, he was maybe about that big, and 3 months later, she starts to see him. He was a good sized boy. And when I took him to the hospital, he was so well behaved. Oh, and he was my daughter's cat, and he throws up in her car. Well, every time I took him somewhere, he never threw up. I was like, what up? He never threw up in my. So I had the cat carrier, and I took him in, and I'll never forget when I took him there and he saw her, he stopped and he came out of the box and he just went right up to her. And it was part of her healing. She appreciated having that cat. So, like I say, that cat meant a lot. I would take him to go see her, and he was so well behaved. He would stay in his carrier. Well, you saw some of those pictures. He was a beautiful boy. He was, and he didn't live to be a year old. But I'm glad that he was there for her while she was recovering. And but that morning, she said, "Well, I did hear a commotion outside." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
all right." So I'm frightened of that happening. But anyway, sorry about that.
Well-
It's unavailable, the attachment.
Unavailable?
Talking about the attachment. That might be more true than I care to admit. The attachment is unavailable.
What's unavailable? What attachment?
Yeah, the one you just sent me. But anyway, so it's all good. So Tanya, you're nearing midday. What are you going to be doing today?
Oh
Since
crap! What time is it?
all kidding aside, it's 11:36.
Oh, okay, still got time. Because I
What
have
are
to
you going to
be
be doing?
30.
I'm sorry?
I have to go be at work at 2:30.
Oh, 10:04.
That's why I'm like, wait, crap.
Yeah. I'm gonna rest up for a little while. I have a friend who's coming into Ontario, which is like 10 minutes away from me. So I told him, yeah, I'll pick him up from the airport. And then he lives about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 blocks around the corner. A coworker who recently retired. And I'm like, well, I'm right behind you, pal. Right behind you. So, but he's a tad older than I am. But no, actually only by about 2 or 3 years. So he actually did go young. If I'm 54 and I can retire at 55, that means if I'll be 55, he's 58. Wow, yeah. He went young. He did. And our goal is to get out of there. Because folks, for us, it's time. Right, anime girl? It's time. That's the most valuable thing to us. That's it.
Yeah, that is valuable.
Yeah. So,
Got to be valuable.
yeah. That's the way I see it right now. Ooh, that looks nice. It really does. I appreciate you sharing the time with us, Tanya, when you were doing the wrapping. It looks good.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah. Like I say, I love wrapping myself. Yeah, paper. Oh God. I blew that one, didn't I? I love wrapping gifts. Yes. So
Fun. I get to
it
be
is. Yeah. When you commented earlier about tailoring the paper to the person, I was going to tell you that I didn't go that far, but I did think about, oh, yeah, I mentioned the cards. I would tailor the cards to the individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to the gifts, I guess it was kind of in the back of my mind, but not as much as where you say that, oh, yeah, so-and-so likes this, so-and-so. That's cool. That's creative. That's really thoughtful.
Yeah. This weekend, I actually have to go to like Target because on Sunday I work Christmas Eve, but I have a tradition where I'll make like small little things for like the production assistants and I'll give that to them. And I'm like, listen, I know it sucks working on Christmas Eve, but here, trying to make it a little better for you.
That's really cool. We have that in common. When it's interesting to me in the last 10 years, things changed. I became the older guy. So I'm not saying you are. I mean, it's just.
I mean, no, I am, but yeah.
I think you know what I'm about to say,
Yeah.
and Anime Girl does as well. Where it was like, oh man, I'm the one that's been here for a while now. So I remember when the older folk would take me out and treat me out and do stuff. And when I had to work the holidays. So
Mhm.
in the last 10, 15 years, wherever I was, I would be the one to like bring the donuts or the coffee or whatever. Or every now and then I would cook breakfast. But you guys know how I cook breakfast. I open the can, put in the pot, heat it up. I mean, come on. I can't, I can't cook a meal. I mean, come on.
Of course you
But
can.
I would do that, and I would do the chicken pozole, the Juanita's chicken pozole, and I would do it during the holidays. And it's out of the can. It's actually not too bad. But the point is, you had to choose a cold morning for that. So it's you go into work, and I would tell everyone, looks like it's gonna be cold tomorrow morning. And the guys would bring in a pot. One guy brought in that little burner, the portable ones, and we
Mhm.
put it right there in our little kitchenette, and we would cook it. And that was a little bit of a tradition that I had. And
Aw.
I brought so much that it was enough for all day. And on a cold day, that stuff, it's great, man.
Yeah.
And I just add the lemon, but all the other coworkers brought in the Latin world, the cilantro, the onion, and all that other stuff. And my supervisor brought in, I forget what he brought in, but it also added to it. I think he brought in the cheese
Mhm.
and the tortillas. That's a big deal in the holidays. So it was kind of cool. It was neat.
I
But
love.
I would take people out on Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Usually we would be let out early, but it was only Christmas Eve. They would let us out half the day,
Mhm.
and on New Year's Eve, that's it. But someone would always say, "Oh, well, since Christmas Eve is on Saturday, do we get?" Nope, you don't get to leave early. It's only a privilege if you're working and if it's on that day.
Mhm.
So I would love taking them. I started the thing of going to Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, the Wednesday before, where I would take people out. And I did
Aw.
that for the last 15, 20 years. It was cool. We all just got together, and it got to the point where I started taking people out, but then everyone started putting in, which was kind of cool. It's just like, hey, we're going to be spending it with our families tomorrow. We got assigned the shifts this week.
Yeah.
So we're together, and we were doing it on the Wednesday. We would go out, and even management, our supervisors would show up too. So it started of a party of about maybe 12 of all the clerks, student workers, and everyone. The engineers started coming in and the supervisors. At one time we had about 30 or 35 people go to lunch. It was really funny. And at that point, I was gracious that the supervisors would pick up the tab. And then we're like, well, no, 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 we didn't know. We're all just getting together. And the supervisors would pick it up, which was really kind of cool.
Mhm.
But I was happy with that. And on Christmas Eve, if we did not have a Christmas party on Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
we would go somewhere. But Christmas Eve for us is a big deal.
Yeah. For Hispanic.
It used to be a big deal for me, but past couple of years it's sort of died.
Yeah.
Things are not, you know.
Well, it did for me as well for the family situation. You know, it was very uncomfortable that we were so apart. And I get that, so
Mm.
there are traditions and I'm trying to bring them back in the family. And we'll see. For Thanksgiving, God bless that woman. She just would never cook for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, no problem. Don't worry about it. We would be invited over to family events or we would go to the market. The markets would prepare starting in the 80s. They would prepare Thanksgiving meals and then eventually Christmas. And then restaurants would do the same thing.
Mhm.
So I've been doing that for several years now where I just order it in advance, pick it up, and it's not bad, man. The point is to spend time together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is traditional to cook all the meals and stuff, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. And if I were to do that, I'd end up killing people.
We don't want that.
Nope, we don't. As a matter of fact, I had an awful joke when I was telling someone that I'm glad Gmo has taken. It's very hard for Gmo, but she has to give Maggie the shots for the her blood sugar and stuff, her that
Insulin.
stuff, insulin, and it's unfortunate that it's fallen on her. But I can't. My hands tremble. So I made the dark joke that if I were to give Maggie shots, eventually the police would be like, "Yeah, but 18 times? I mean, they really tremble." I would have eventually have stabbed her 18. No, okay, I messed up the joke, but I said, in trying to trying to give her the shot, I would have eventually it would have been, dude, you stabbed her 18 times. Well, no, I was trying to give her the shot. So that's why I'm like, thank God. I know. I told the joke when I really told it. It was really funny. I butchered it now, but yeah, they tremble and I can't, and I actually can't even grip the needles anymore. So yeah, that's what you get when you get carpal tunnel. So that's the really frustrating thing. But all my coworkers know that the symptoms of carpal tunnel were evident in me up to 4 or 5 years ago, because I would be walking with documents and they would slip out of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was just, sorry, I was thinking of something else. I was forgetful. Well, the ability of, the fine grasping, I couldn't hold on to the stuff anymore. That was funny. And that started about 5, 6 years ago. There's no way I'm going to thread a needle right now. Oh, gee, there's no way. I'll be there for 2.5 years, man.
And can you thread a needle? No, some bugger keeps moving it.
Yeah.
Why haven't you threaded a needle? Can you feel the earth go? I feel the earth move.
I can feel the rotation. It's going 34,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, the earth's moving. I just not catching up with it.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm go, guys, because I actually have to start getting ready for work.
No, I hear you, and I thank you for spending the morning with us.
Thank you
We're
very much,
actually,
Disney Queen. Much obliged.
yes, we're going to be finishing up right now as well. We're figuring we're going to go about 3 hours. Tanya, I appreciated yesterday when you posted that you were going to be here. I saw that. Liz, Anime Girl, and yourself. I said going. I'm like, wow, shit, I got to put it on there. I'm going to. So thank you, young lady. Have a great day. Be safe. Obviously, thanks for sharing the time with us. It's always great when you join us.
Yeah.
So
cheers, my
enjoy the
darling.
day.
Stay safe, girl.
Say hi to the mister and enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas when it
Bye.
comes. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you.
And she gone. And the Mulan girl never joined us.
No,
Damn
something happened.
Something's gone pear-shaped up there. I tell you that for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, now you unsent the message.
Yeah, I unsent the message. I actually lost the picture of all things. I lost the picture. So
Oh, so it was legitimate then.
it was a legit picture, but when I cancelled the picture, I actually deleted the damn thing in my collection, so it's gone now. So I'm not happy.
No.
I don't even. Do you ever remember when Facebook had something called bit strips?
I don't recall.
Yeah, years and years ago, they used to have a thing. Now they've got like the avatar that I use. This avatar here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they used to have one years ago. It was called bit strips. And I've been collecting all my bit strips, and I sent you one. And unfortunately, it didn't come out. And when I cancelled it, I thought I cancelled it on your feed, and it didn't. It actually blew the picture away. So I am not a happy girl right now.
No kidding. Oh.
Because I got all these. Facebook finally returned my photographs to me because they took them away.
Why?
I was not happy about that.
What happened?
I came in one day, went into my photographs because I was going to use one, and they had gone. And I got right steamed about it, and I gave Facebook a whole load of stick over it. And about 2 weeks ago, I went back in on my Facebook page, and guess what? Some of them had been returned. So, you know. Haven't returned them all, just some of them.
Well, hopefully
Just
the
some of
others
them.
come back as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, really upset me because some of them were quite comical, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I just
Oh,
got a
hello.
message. Oh, that's from the sports one.
Sports talk. Yeah, it's almighty. It's almighty.
Oh, yeah. Someone's inactive for the week. Well, we'll
I
see.
wonder who that is.
Tyreek Hill will be out versus the Jets. Well, that's not going to change I'm in for a penny. I'm in for a pound.
Yeah, I ain't going to change mine neither.
Yeah, the only one that I really did get excited about was, unfortunately, as I told everyone yesterday, on Sunday, when the Chargers, San Diego Chargers, when the Chargers quarterback broke his fingers, I'm like, oh, playing the Raiders? Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good game for the Raiders. I had no idea it was going to be like 60 whatever, 221. That was crazy.
I just couldn't believe when I saw the scoreline. I thought somebody's taking the proverbial here. This can't be real, but no, it was real. And I'm thinking, nah, I'm just not winning it. Not this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
I just no matter what I do, these score lines are just they're confusing the shit out of me because nothing seems to be happening.
It's the difficulty of it. And I know that I don't believe in luck due to my faith, but I know that I'm a lucky picker. I know, and it annoys everyone because look, I don't pretend to know football that well, but I'm usually in the 60% every year after year. So
Yeah.
just if you're careful, some of the stuff, but I've had some long shots too that have scored. So I just, yeah. That's
I
why
don't even get the long shots anymore. That's the problem. The long shot seems to have.
You were doing very well the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was a fluke. That was definitely a fluke. There was no way other than that. That
No, it was not,
definitely a
because
fluke.
last year, if I remember correctly, you were over 500 as well. Everyone was over 500.
I think most of us were, but
Yeah.
well, such is life, as they say. Such is life. Tried hard, but I'm not scoring so well these days.
Did we settle on last place being the Tortuga Award winner?
Yes, we did, and we know exactly who's winning it.
That was messed up.
That
You're
was
like, yeah, he is one game away from elimination. I think he's already been eliminated. I mean, he's done.
Yeah, I think the score lines for the the 3 games that have already been played, I think he's definitely out of it. He is definitely out of it.
I mean, that was damn funny when I said, hey, Tortuga, for you to win, he has to go 0 for 48.
And he's got no chance on that one.
And actually, he has to go over 48, and then you have to deal with everyone else.
Well, exactly. And it's not happening. It's
No.
just not happening.
But look, if I'm already 4-0, I'm already gaining games, but this is going to be the first year that I am not in the running for the final. And I think that's cool. Liz picks very well as well. There's no doubt about it. And Tony, is one of the better ones.
He's got more jam than Hartley's, that boy.
Now, don't get me wrong. There is a bit of luck that's involved in this, but he's still picking overall. But I jumped all over him yesterday when he chose that one. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's real easy to go for long shots when you're so far ahead.
Yeah, true. Yeah. What one was that one again? It's one of them he went for, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it could have been for the Panthers.
Was it Panthers? Yeah, Panthers. Yeah, he went with Speedy on that one.
Yeah, because the moment he chose the Panthers, I jumped all over him on. I'm like,
yeah,
hey.
So did I. I turned around and said, really?
Yeah, dude. You're not as brave as you think. You've got such a wide margin.
Yeah, you're walking it. He's absolutely, he's not even touching the side.
we're all still so close that if you have a bad week, everyone's back in it. So look, for me to pull it out again, no, I'm not. But there are people that are further above. See, for me, I always just I want to make sure to beat certain people.
Well, you're 59.4% and I'm 59.9%.
Congratulations. Yeah,
So,
you see, I'm not doing well. I'm having an off year because I am always over 60%. Always.
I mean, the first one that's over 60% on the scores here, on the scores and the doors, is Engineer.
Okay.
Engineer is 60.1%. Gigs is 60.6. Norcar Girl 70. No, she's 63.5.
Yeah.
And Philly is 65.9.
Yeah. Usually I'm in the Philly range.
Yeah.
Look, you've been with us for some time now. Do I pick well? Usually I do, don't I?
Yeah, you're normally further up there than I am. And I'm surprised to see you actually below where I am. I mean, that
It's
was
okay.
a surprise when I saw that.
I had a crushing week last week, and I don't know what it was, and it happens, and so be it.
Yeah, you had a 411. I had a 5 and 10. So I got
I
one
rarely-
better than you.
Hey, and that's all that matters. It's what have you done for me lately? I had 5, dude. You had 4. Shut up.
Yeah.
There's an old joke here in the United States. Talk all you want. Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Scoreboard. And they usually
Yeah,
sing it.
Look at the scores on the doors.
You want to talk crap? Scoreboard.
Yeah.
What does the
Scores
scoreboard
yeah.
say?
Exactly. Scores in the doors, then come back and talk to me later.
Yeah, and that's the way it is. I think that's one of the better put downs or answers. Scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. And I get that, and I that's fine. I don't believe though that I rub things in people's faces. And all my life, people rub it in my face, especially when it comes to the Yankees or whatever. Whenever I endure a lot, oh man, I hear it from everyone, and I'm like, I don't believe I'm that way. But I guess one person told me, he says, you have to understand, you never engage anyone else, so you come across as snooty, stuck up, and this. So when you and your superior teams or whatever, so when you lose, people have been it's pent up. I'm like, oh man, I never, when someone loses, I think you know this already for years. If someone loses, I don't join that, Dodgers suck or whatever, you suck.
Except for me and Tony, we do, shall we say, take pot shots when the other side drops the ball.
Well, I know that he doesn't take pot shots at me. That's why I don't take pot shots at him either. I like him a lot, man. I do.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think we have an understanding, but if the Cowboys drop the ball, which they do regularly, then he can't help, but he just has to say something, like these cow turds or cow girls. And I'm thinking, okay, Dodo boy, keep it up.
I've cheered for the Cowboys in the past. I've cheered for the Patriots.
Yeah.
This is the only time I'm going to say it because I don't want to hear from anyone else. But the one thing that gets on my nerves is Aaron Rodgers, on how everyone says, "Oh, well, he's the greatest of all." He ain't shit.
No, he ain't diddly squat on that one.
He won one. He's been the MVP once, twice. Cut it out. Cut it out.
No, there's better than him. There's a damn sight better than him.
And then they say, "Well, he's the greatest 2-minute." Like, okay, how many rings? He's what? He's a world champion. Merry Christmas. Move on.
Yeah. I mean,
Tom Brady. The other guy got 6.
Yeah. So was it Tom Brady? How many did you get?
7.
Yeah. 7. There you go. I mean, you go to talk champions. There's you got.
Sports Talk with the Guys immediately stated that he was the greatest of all time, and we got so much flack for that. And I said, hey, folks, it's all about winning. That's it. It's all about winning, and he's done it.
And he did it. Yeah, he did it in bucket loads, as we say over here.
Are there better quarterbacks? There might very well be.
Well,
as often as
technically, there might be.
Yeah.
But championship wise, no, I don't think there is.
Nope. So it is. So we are nearing the end of our third hour here. We're going to bleed on over just a little bit as we finish up, but I am going to
Yeah.
have to get on my way. But I thank you, Anime Girl. I thank Tanya. Obviously, Richard chose us not worthy to join us today, and also
I think he might have other things in his mind.
good for him. Good for him. So
I,
Liz
di-
was
I
ready
didn't
to
I
join us.
didn't I didn't think the big dog would join us today. That he doesn't seem to be too into this sort of unstructured program way of doing
He
things.
did join us once, I think.
Yeah, but not for long. I think it's the fact it's unstructured. He doesn't quite know how to.
Oh, I didn't know that he likes structure.
I think he does. I think he likes to know that this time this starts, this time this starts, and you can weave your way, but you have certain targets to reach. Whereas this, there's no waypoints. There's no waypoints. You 1 minute you're talking football, next minute you're talking baseball, or we're talking Christmas wrapping, or records, or books, or history, or whatever. It's all there.
I want to thank we were watched by quite a few people today. I'm curious to see the numbers, but I'm just disappointed that people did not share. Other than the ones that did. That's the second time I call her Grig in 2 days. Gig and iBeamer. It was fun to see iBeamer show up as well. He's become a great part of the team. Love that guy, man. He's really cool. And of course, Gridiron Girl, I've known her for a long time as well. So she showed up this morning. It was nice. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I believe Gridiron Girl is going to be showing up more often on Sundays where she will actually join us.
I hope so.
She is just terribly shy. She's terribly shy. And
Well, the only time I get to see Moo Cow Girl is personal phone calls.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get to see her. So, I keep saying to her, get on. No. She'll come on. But, I think, well, fine. I mean, I get it. I mean, I was there myself. I wrestled so hard before I actually pressed that button. I thought, no.
And for me, doing digital radio, we had Big Dog and I joked about it forever that thank God there was no video because you could see some stuff. Because he and I were across from each other. So the communication that we had, the faces we made, the obscene gestures when we're hearing someone talk, and without being overt, I'm going to do an obscene gesture right now where you're just like listening. You're like, it's like, come on, man. Or there are other things that we would do, communicate. We're like, oh, thank God there was no video. And now there is.
He's trying to make the other one laugh.
Yes. And I showed everyone a few weeks ago how we used to communicate with flashcards. Yeah, on the radio where we would say, oh, chat room comment, whatever, and we would share. And we had a way of doing the radio, which was really cool. But we moved on to video and we made the transition just like this. I told Big Dog I was going to video. He was good with it. I didn't even ask him. We're going to video. And he was along for the ride. And that's the only unilateral decision I've made on Sports Talk with the guys, which was we're doing video now. And I think it's cool. Seeing the expressions, seeing the things that happen, it's priceless. It's priceless.
Well, yeah, some of it, I mean, you think some of what's going on, you think, really? We got up to that?
Or we get caught in our reactions when we're listening and we're like, no, you're full of and you can see them mouth the words and it's funny. And it's just, and the things that have happened on air are priceless.
Yeah. It's like when Speedy starts and says something and he picks a team and it's off.
It is funny how everyone is like, they get so bent out of shape when he chooses. Poor Speedy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a good guy, but hellfire, man. He's worse than Jonah when he shows up. Are you still eating those damn things?
I just finished a slice of tomato.
Oh, yeah, I can't have
the very end.
Yeah.
See, my significant other will keep that part of the tomato. I'm like, oh my God, are you going to keep the end of the bread too?
No,
I'm like,
I
yeah.
can't eat tomatoes. I'm allergic to them.
Why the hell
Seriously,
do we get along?
I don't. So, if I have a tomato, it's like having heroin.
Really?
Yeah, I go up for 24 hours, but don't talk to me on the way down for the next 48.
For me, since I have, and I've now been official, I no longer have diverticulosis. I have oh wait, no, I said that in reverse. I no longer have diverticulitis. For those that know, it means the actual inflammation. When you have it permanently, it's diverticulosis, and I have it. So I did see a gastroenterologist, really good guy. And he was the first one that said, yeah, we still don't know if the seeds actually do it or not. We do see indications. So seeds in cucumbers, tomatoes, it's generally harmful, and people do have reactions to them when they have diverticulosis or diverticulitis. And the doctor told me, he says, look, we really still don't know. But the reality is it's all about portions. And that's the second time in my life a doctor's told me, he says, dude, it's all about portions. The other one was a nutritionist. He said, look, if you're on a diet and you go out and you're spending time with friends and family and you're like, oh, well, I can't have any because you're on a diet. He says, that's not going to work. You're going to die. And when you actually try something, you're going to see yourself as a failure. He says, no. If you're on a diet, when you meet with friends, family, whatever, try the food, have a
Yeah.
little bit. It's all about portions. No one said you can't have any. Your problem is portions.
Yeah.
It-
My problem is I cannot have a tomato because I am allergic. I really am.
knowing the
weirdest
issues I have, tomatoes are not good for me for the citric acid. But
Mm.
I just die for the grapefruit and the grape tomatoes. Oh my goodness. So when I came down with this, I couldn't have the tomato. Screw the seed theory. It's the citric acid that was causing me problems.
Yeah.
But
You see, I-
now,
yeah.
it's kinda
Me
like-
with my problem, I've got what they call Barrett's syndrome, which is
oh,
from the here down to the stomach. I'm supposed to be having a camera every 2 years, which I haven't for the past 5 or 6.
well,
Because if it switches to cancer, that's it, gone.
well, in the esophagus all the way down, it has those little like filaments or whatever on the way down.
Yeah.
Above my stomach, because of what happened in work some 10, 12 years ago, a lot of that got burnt off due to the acid.
Mm.
So I have a lot of problems because of that. I have an 18% disability because of it. And I never pursued it. But now, since I have an issue going on, that's come back to the fore. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wow. So without getting into technical legal, that was stupid. Technical legal terms. I think I just, technical legal. I think I just stuttered, right?
Yeah, more than once.
You know, anime girl, a lot of people don't get that when I say that stupid moron. Wait, did I just stutter? People don't get it. What I'm saying. Am I saying the same thing?
Yeah.
So right now, technical legal. Was I stuttering?
Yes. But
I do make fun of that. And a lot of people say you shouldn't say that you stutter. And I've had to tell people, and that's why periodically I tell people on air, no, I do stutter.
yeah.
Every time I'm on air, I struggle controlling the stutter. And people say, no, you don't. I say, yes, I do. So as I tell people, when I elongate my words and you hear me do something like, and we're going to do this, that is my trying to control the stutter. It doesn't always work.
No.
It's always been a minor theme for me, but I do stutter. And
We all have our problems, Roger. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. We all have our problems, and we all have little things that we have to be careful of. I'm no different. I'm
so
no
that
different.
guy that's in the White House right now, his stammer, his stutter, it's very difficult for me to say anything about him. Like, you got a stutter in the White House. I'm like, me. Maybe he made it. I could,
Yeah, you can make it too. You just got to get in the right party. Just don't
Yeah.
get the
Well,
party.
no, unfortunately, I have way too many skeletons.
You know where the bodies are burning now, and the skeletons. You got the warm bodies going still.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it was made clear to me one time, and I told that story. I said, someone said, "Oh, well, they fear you because you know where the skeletons are." I'm like, no. I know where the warm bodies are because I put them there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, but anyway, all kidding aside, folks. Well, about the other stuff, not the latter stuff. The former stuff, yes. Anyway, this was good. Anna McGraw, I look forward to this. We're going to do next week then. Are we or no? It
Yeah.
is Christmas Eve.
Yeah. We can do Christmas Eve if you want. You know,
I'm down. So I was going to say I'm down for this. Down for this. Ah, damn. It would have been funny if the initials were the other way around. The acronym. Because the first time someone put DTF in a question mark, like, huh? I didn't. They were messing around, but they still, like, oh, are you DTF? I'm like, huh? So now for us right now, it's DFT. It's not the same.
well, don't you worry about that. He's hoping that we get more people to join in.
Well, I am thankful. Like I know how many people are watching us now and how many we're watching throughout the program. We are eternally grateful. We hope you are well, and we hope you are well with your families. We hope your families are doing well. We want to thank you for joining us. It's a Gab Fest. We
Yeah.
talk about whatever's going on, events, things in
just-
our lives, whatever.
Or we just pick a subject and run with it.
Yeah, that's what we do. So
I
it's
mean,
all good.
the last time we picked history, I think.
Yeah. Where the hell's Liz? Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, you did Lady Golf, and I can't remember what I did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff. Actually, we did touch on history this time. But it's because we got into it. So it's going to be warm out here. I actually turned the heater off. The door is open. That's why the light is off now, the fluorescent light. And it's a crack right now. But I'm going to go and rest up a bit. Like I said, I have a friend coming in around noon. And then I'm going to go with my sister because a family friend, I mean, I've known her since I was like 4 or 5. She passed away within the last month, and they're going to have the services today. So
Oh,
a
well.
little surprising on a Sunday, but they're remembrance services, and I'm going to take my sister Alma, who wants to go. So that's
Well,
so at 12 o'clock, I'm picking up my buddy, and around 2 o'clock, the services. So I'll probably be done for the rest of the day.
well, I finish here, put all this stuff away, and I'll put my coat on, and I'll wander down to Mother's, put the stew on that I made earlier, warm it up, and we'll have tea and sit there and have a chin wag, as they say.
What the stew? What is it? What's the flavor?
It's turkey mince stew. You know, turkey breast
mince or mint?
mince. You know, the
mince.
turkey breast.
Yes, mince,
You mince it
Mince.
up.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's got you got the mince, you got onions in there, you got sweet corn, peas, carrots, and then we got all the herbs and spices that I stick in there too.
We went to Costco yesterday and they had the chicken pozole package, so I had one last night. So this morning I'm gonna go and have me a stew right now also, and thank God that stew is from Nissan. So for everyone else, there you go, cup of noodles, folks. Anyway, why don't you go ahead and take us out? So,
okay. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Please come again next Sunday because you never know. We might actually talk some common sense. That's highly unlikely. But for now, it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from him. Adios.